Keep him in the background.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous CB and the Boys radio show. We have got a fabulous hot show tonight with some fire hot topics you don't want to miss. So just sit back and relax and buckle up. It's going to be a thrilling ride on CB and the Boys. So, see you in. George, roll it.
CB Booker, George, Record Boy Homie, Roger Hawkins, Mimi Acosta. Let's go! CB and the Boys, midweek motivator. Come on, gather around, get the 411, and let's talk about it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thanksgiving show of CB and the Boys. So gobble, gobble, gobble to all you turkey lovers out there. Majority of us in the building. George Bickerboy Holman is traveling, so he is not in the building tonight. However, the rest of the crew, we do what it do. So first up, we got the fabulous Miss Mimi Acosta. What's up, Mimi?
Hey. She's in the building. She and the girls.
And we have Mr. Universal, Mr. Roger Hawkins.
Yeah, listen, y'all gobbling and talking about putting your mouth on it and all. Listen, I ain't old enough for this show. I can tell y'all that shit right now. What up, boy?
What's up, Gage? Gage is in the building.
Hey, listen, I might need some help, brother. I need some help on this one tonight. I just need you to be there for me. You see what we're looking at, right? Like I said, it's me, 2 eyes, and 4 titties. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, gosh.
He's in trouble now.
Yeah, it's been a while. Shit been going on. So anyway, what's your guys' plans for tomorrow?
Eat.
Clearly.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. I haven't see, people assume that I get a lot of invitations when I don't. So on this beautiful Thanksgiving, she hasn't gotten an invitation to go anywhere, and she hasn't cooked anything either. So I'm gonna figure it out.
Fair enough. I'm gonna do my job, which is deep fry me one of them big chickens out in the back. That's all I do. That's all I do. I get down with that and I'm done.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, so so far so good. Haven't set anything on fire too badly, and it's a lot of stucco and concrete out here, so I'm good.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Well, as everyone knows, we are celebrating Thanksgiving, which comes around every year at the end of every November, and this year is no different, but it feels different. So we are in the era of FAFO. And if you guys don't know what that means, FAFO is just a shortened version of fuck around and find out. So we are in the fuck around and find out season, and it's such a glorious season. So many people have distanced themselves from, well, let's just say it, Trumpers, and the MAGA morons are having a meltdowns, like one after the other. They're disinvited to Thanksgiving. They won't be invited to Christmas. A lot of their family members are just cutting them out of their lives. So glorious. Nothing that I love more than to hear our MAGA tears. Like, yes, because we know what MAGA stands for. And if you don't, let me tell you. MAGA stands for morons are governing America. And they prove it every single day. So, on this special time that we give thanks, the meaning of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Day is an annual national holiday in the United States and Canada. Ooh, I did not know they celebrated Thanksgiving in Canada. Learned something new. Celebrating the harvest and other blessings of the past year. Americans generally believe that their Thanksgiving is modeled on a 1621 harvest feast shared by the English colonists, the Pilgrims of Plymouth, and the Wampanoag people, who were the Native Americans who were already here. So we arrived on their land and then we just stole it. Now let's say what it is. But that is Thanksgiving. So everyone, let's all give thanks for this wonderful Thanksgiving and sing another Thanksgiving. Mimi, what are you thankful for most this year?
I'm going to be thankful for my drink that I need to drink in a second. And I'm thankful for life. And I'm thankful for my brother that had a second chance after a triple bypass heart surgery a few weeks ago. So yeah, I'm thankful to a lot of great things. I'm thankful that my kids are still alive and I'm not burying them and they're not burying me. I'm thankful to my mom who gave me life. I'm thankful to the universe that's giving me a lot of favor. And I'm just thanking God for all great things that are about to unfold for 2025. So I'm bringing everything to fruition. So yes, I'm just super thankful. And I'm thankful to you guys that we're about to do this because 2025 is doing some big things for CB and the boys. And I'm going to leave it right there.
All right. What about you, Raj? What are you most thankful for this year?
We can't hear you. What you done did?
Oh, I had to mute myself laughing at y'all. I said, shit, I don't want to follow that. That was great. Mimi pretty much said it all. The only thing I would add would be opportunity, because there's going to be a lot. I'm going to make some, going to get some. But other than that, yeah, girl, I couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
I dig it. Just being here is all we need, you know?
Yes.
Very
Definitely,
true.
yes.
Very true. Very true.
It too. And what about you?
What am I thankful for this year? Every day above ground is a good day. So I'm thankful to still be here in the moment, alive.
For sure. For sure, Goodell. Cool. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do two things so I can get my girl going. One.
Warning, the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Because I promise you we're probably going to need that about 8 times today. Just throwing that out there. All right, let's get it.
Come get the 411 and it's Mimi's drink special. Mimi, let them know what you're sipping on.
My intro looks a whole lot better than what's really happening, guys.
Oh, don't talk shit and then don't deliver. Ooh, don't undress me. Don't fuck me.
So I'm having my beautiful cranberry drink with mango and strawberries in it.
Ooh, it looks
Because you guys, look, first of all, I'm being good because I have a goal thing going on between now and December 31st. Is this my goal thing? That's just it. Right. But yeah, because I'm about to step into the new year with some things, honey. Y'all gonna be like, these itches in their 50s be doing some shit. And I'm about to do it. 2025 is about to be some new shit. Y'all gonna be like, I don't know what's wrong with her. She thinks she's 25. You know what? And
you said it. Right
so
on.
I'm excited. So what you drinking? What you drinking, Chris? What you drinking?
Nada.
It's so disappointing. Where's that little thing? Plomp, 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 plomp. I just did it. Okay.
I know, right? I know that's right.
Roger, what you got, man? Tell me you got something for both of us.
I technically should be doing what you're doing. I'm kind of short time and shit. I'm watching the clock. I really need not be drinking for the next few weeks, but I usually make an exception on Wednesday. So I have a couple of select whiskey blends I'm gonna try out this evening. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of whiskey and water just because I'm with y'all. But then I got to get right back on the grind tomorrow. train in the morning, blah blah blah. So I got you covered, girl. I got you covered.
I
Mhm.
appreciate you. Definitely
Small
do.
batch, you know me, small batch. And
And if
just
you
throwing
guys
it out
notice,
there.
oh,
What's up
wait a minute. I was trying to say something. Hold on.
about your
So
damn juice? Nobody care about
I,
no damn juice. Ain't no alcohol in it.
shut up. So I always have my amazing straws, and I don't know if you guys noticed or not. I don't have a straw, so I had to put my mouth on it. So
Everybody
something
pay
that
attention. We critiquing for technique and skill.
you know, don't copy. What
Wow.
Gabe's talking about? I'm thankful for low cut V shaped shirts on beautiful women. Ew! Sundresses and
Shit.
heels and the
Shit.
what? Whatever neutralizer, whatever that is. I be
Hey, hey, you say, I know that's right. He said the natural line. You a damn fool, the neuralizer.
I am not mad at you, Gage, at all, baby. That's what it's all about.
Gauge a whole damn
Prettiness.
fool for that one.
Yeah, honey.
I know that's right.
It could be as V as it wants to be. It could zip all the way down. Anywho,
Let the people say,
let the people say
amen, amen.
amen
When I
and
got
amen.
this shirt, I didn't realize. Well, I guess I did realize how low it was, but yeah.
Crystal, you do not have to add no kind of gasoline to this fire, girl.
Don't
Okay?
start, yeah, don't start the night out wrong, lion.
Don't do that. You already, so you saw the V and you was like, that's me. Because trust me, I made my V.
Trying to make
I
a
made
W
But
in this
I
motherfucker.
made I made the V-er.
but on the model, it wasn't this low. She didn't have as much as I got. She didn't have as much
she's not
flow.
you. She's not you.
Yeah,
Ew, ew, ew,
she's
ew,
not well
ew.
endowed.
Gage, look, whether it's the curls or whether it's CB straight hair, baby, because her hair is looking good. She doing
Hey,
her
Gage,
thing.
you know the rule. Women need food, water, and compliments. Boy, you feeding them, baby birds. You feeding them. Shit.
Yes, you are.
Beaks
Thank
open,
you,
big guy.
Gage.
Beaks open. All right, what's up? Anyway, what you got, girl? Look, it's. I know you've been in the you've been in the infirmary taking care of your brother, so I know
Look,
I know if you got something you do, but you probably had a little time to read in between him acting a whole ass because your
look,
boy feeling better now, so I'm glad.
let me tell y'all something. That man went from having 7 days to no longer being with us to a whole new look. When I say it's a flag party at Northside Hospital up here in Gwinnett, Georgia, you have Jamaicans, Indians, Hondurans, you have
Hey, my boy,
Mexicans, my beautiful
this,
black chicks, every now and then a little snowdrop. It's so much variety at that hospital. I
yeah.
absolutely love it. So he got a lot of love from a lot of floors. Anyway, it's a
Sound
floor
like
up
your
there.
boy up. It sound like you up in Baskin and Robbins up in that man. Like 31
Yes,
flavors up
yes,
in it.
yes. They did a lot of great things, and I just want to thank Dr. Kareem and the entire crew up there at
Sure, sure.
Northside Hospital. They really, really did pull through for him, and he's now in rehab. So we just got to get him going, and hopefully he be back up here in a few. Until then, his sister's gonna be holding it down for the family.
Good for you. Good for you.
So moving forward, now, we all know that 18-year-olds are off the chain. I don't know what's wrong with these kids. We always tell
Mm,
these kids to stay out of places like Dubai and all these other places where you just can't do what you
they
want to
do.
do. They don't do their research before they go out there. Then they go out there and they get hemmed up. Okay.
Mm,
So this 18-year-old boy, quite the cutie, 18-year-old Britain faces up to 20 years in Dubai prison for having sexual relationship with a 17-year-old British girl while the pair were on holiday in the, I want to say this word right. Is it
mm.
Emirate? Am I right?
Emirates,
Yeah, the
Emirate.
United Arab Emirates.
United. Yeah.
Okay.
The
So
UAE.
they were out there doing their thing and they got hemmed up. So Marcus joined the parents for what was supposed to be a memorable family vacation in Dubai in August. During this time, he met another Londoner at the hotel, and a blossoming holiday romance ensued, of course. However, what was indeed to be short, sweet connection has led to unforeseen consequences due to the legal system in Dubai, where the age consent is set to 18.
Mm.
Even though she's from somewhere else?
They do it's their land, their laws. But my
Oh, wow.
yeah, My question is, and maybe you know, how did they know that they
Yeah,
were?
that was my question.
So okay, so let me just keep going. So despite recent reforms in Dubai allowing tourists to engage in consensual sexual relationships outside of marriage, the law remains stringent when one party is under 18. After the
Mm.
girl returned to the UK and turned 18, her mother described as strict discovered their relationship through messages and photos on her daughter's phone. She then reported Marcus
Oh,
to the
Oh,
Dubai
so,
authorities,
okay.
leading to his arrest at his
so
hotel. So the mother is the one that turned him in.
Oh, she
she
got to get
she
clipped. She got to get
she's a
clipped.
hater. She's a hater.
Yeah,
So,
she got.
yes, he was detained for 3 days at the notorious Al Barsha police station where he was unable to contact his parents. The ordeal has left the family extremely distressed, as noted by Rada Sterling of the human rights group detained in Dubai, which is now advocating on his behalf. But that is absolutely crazy, man. She done. How you turn in your son like that, though? I mean,
Nah,
well,
you know
actually, her mother turned him in.
her mother. But that just sound like mama mad because she ain't getting no dangus. That's what it sound like. Homie must have
So,
been, he
well,
she under advances.
my question is, what race is he?
He's black.
That is why she turned him in.
Exactly.
Plain and simple.
He's
Can't
black.
argue with Can't argue. It's true. Can't
A
argue.
little. Okay, hold on a second, guys, because you guys know I gotta show the little boy. I gotta show the little boy. This is the little boy right here.
Uh-huh.
That's
You
why
know,
he got reported. That's
with his
why.
little Omarion braids and shit. I guess she didn't like none of that. She was like, "Look, you ain't gonna be with my child." But
She
your
didn't
child
like
was
she
hot
didn't like
too.
his skin color. If he'd have been a
Right.
Caucasian with braids, she wouldn't have cared. She didn't like that he was of the melanin persuasion.
You know,
Period.
yeah,
And
we
that
yeah,
sadly,
that's
that's
true.
the era that we're in right now.
Well, shit, it's been. I mean,
It's
obviously,
been like
we've
that
never
for
gotten out of it.
forever.
Yeah,
Like
we've
You
never,
see
literally.
we've
what
never
Gabe
let.
said? Y'all see what Gabe said?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Said,
Gabe said her
and
daughter
that
should
should
be
be arrested
arrested for
for
but
sex offense.
here's can she be arrested now that she's not a minor because she did it? Remember, when they're a minor,
she was a minor.
they kind of get bounced. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
she can't
Uh,
get arrested because she's a minor.
right,
Right.
right. So I think that's kind of one of those. Yeah, I
And
don't know.
that's why her mama freaked out because he's black. Period.
Look,
End of story.
we talked about this before,
If he'd have been a Caucasian, it would have been a whole different story.
and if they
But
had money,
and the thing is, and somebody had put out something on social media like the towns that black people should not visit, and they were saying, like the UK can be very prejudiced.
Mm-hmm.
They were
yeah,
talking about sundown towns and things
mhm.
like that, and those things are still a thing.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
they exist still to this day. Oh yeah,
And
Texas is full
it's
of
scary.
them.
It's
Yeah.
really scary. And especially like for me as an Uber driver, I don't know where I can go now. I'm side-eyeing everybody that gets in my car like,
Told you that when your ass moved to Arizona. That ain't the spot.
yeah.
That ain't the lick now.
No.
But I mean, you can tell when somebody is from someplace else because we're friendly. We say hi to each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
Tell people have a nice day. But these days, I don't care if folks have a pulse, let alone a nice day.
Well, you ain't got to do nothing except take them to their location and drop them off.
Yeah.
Thank you so
But
much.
the thing
Bye.
is, yeah, but it's so rude when you get in somebody's car and you don't say hello. That's my biggest pet peeve. At least acknowledge I exist. I'm driving you. I'm not your chauffeur.
But let me tell you something, though, Chris. It's almost like being a bus driver. You know what I'm saying? When people come on the bus, you ain't expecting nobody to say shit. People be going through shit. Like, ain't nobody obligated to say nothing, which is okay. And if that's the case, look, you just put your music on and do your thing.
Yeah, but when it's your vehicle, they're obligated to say hello, at least when they get in. Like, hi. Especially if I say hello to you. Like this one lady, she gets in. I say, oh, hi, how are you today? She said nothing. And I was just like, okay. And it was a 45-minute drive of silence.
And she would have had, look, she would have had Tupac. She would have been listening to every shit along the way.
She did. She didn't have. She listened
DMX,
to
everybody. I would have had her ass listening to every freaking body. Who else? Who else
Hey.
likes cursing and saying shit? What?
Took her ass from
45 minutes of
Billy
the
Ray
shit.
Cyrus
You want me to drop you off? You want me to drop you off so you can get another one, or you gonna stay with me? Okay, then. How you doing today, ma'am? Good. Let's go. And then she'll be listening to some classical.
You get reported.
Yeah,
Your
she
rate
listened to
go down.
BTS the whole time.
Oh,
jumped out the
and you know what? And she might have loved that. She would have been like, "Oh my God, this black lady is listening to BTS. I love it."
if she was Asian. Yeah.
She was sitting there mean mugging the whole time. I was just like, man, whatever.
Okay.
But that's my biggest pet peeve. I mean, how hard is it just to say hi? It takes like not even a quarter of a second to say hi. Like, hi.
Well, they
This
now
is-
have it set
Mama,
up so
this
that
is what
you
it
can
is.
click on your profile if you want to talk, if you don't want to talk. They have all these different
Yes.
tips now, so you can
They do
actually put in it that I don't want to speak or music, all this goofy shit because people are entitled. So there's that.
That's it.
And that's
Okay.
just it. The entitlement. America has turned into this cesspool of entitlement. Did you hear about the kids who stormed Beverly Hills High School and tormented the black students and a teacher? They were walking through the halls with
Yeah, I
the
saw
Trump
it.
signs and stuff. And this was like during the election. Like, it's crazy how they're behaving. And they won. Like, come
Freedom
on.
of expression. Mhm.
It's like,
Anyway,
get a grip.
moving
Keep it
right
right.
along. So this one here is crazy right here. So a mother who slowly cooked her 2 toddlers in an oven and sent the father a video of their bodies has been sentenced to life in prison.
Ooh,
So Lamora Williams knowingly and intentionally killed her 2 sons, Keontae Penn 2 and K. Carter Williams 1, by placing them in an oven and turning it on, police say. See, these are the people that need to have all their limbs cut off. Just give me about 15 minutes with them in a garage. Just the garage right here. Just bring them to the ad. Anyway, so the boys were found. The boys were found severely burnt by authorities. How do I say it like that? The boys were found severely burned by authorities in their Atlanta home. Atlanta. Why they had to be from Georgia?
Come on, you know y'all do goofy shit. Y'all in Florida. Come
They
on,
got
with
my address. They gotta have my address. They gotta bring them up here.
it. In Missouri.
So Williams told a 911 dispatcher that she found the children dead and the caregiver is missing, a claim investigators determined to be false. When I came in, the stove was laying on my son, on the youngest son's head, and the other son was laid out on the floor with his brains laid out on the floor, Williams said in a chilling 911 call. Like, can you please tell me, like, I don't want to get locked up because of this. It's not my fault. I had just came home from work, she continued. William calls the boy's father, Jamil Penn, and showed him a live footage of the crime scene where his children lay lifeless on the floor. Jamil Penn immediately called 911, coinciding with Williams' own call to report the incident.
Ooh, that's tough. That's tough because my dilemma is, am I going to go over there and do some shit myself first, or knowing she's going to go to jail forever, go ahead and let them do what they do? Man, that's tough. That's real tough. I don't know. I don't know if I can hold off on that one.
Let me tell you something. I just think that when you kill somebody, you should be killed. That's just the bottom line.
I agree. See, Mimi, now you feeling me.
Like, you should have a choice. You should have a choice of how you want to be killed.
No, you should.
You want to be beheaded. You want your arms cut off, your legs. Like,
I disagree.
4 options or some shit.
You
like,
should get it the same fucking way you gave it. If they can't get her big ass in the microwave, boil that bitch in oil. But she definitely needs to be cooked the same way.
Send her to Walmart. They have walk-in ovens apparently. Let her bake.
You know what? Ooh, Crystal, that was cruel. You shouldn't have said that.
Cool. That little girl got cooked like that, but
yeah, that was pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it moving. So a 14-year-old Florida boy pleads guilty to sexual assaulting and beating a 91-year-old woman. What the hell is happening in Florida? So the victim contacted the police reporting that she had been sexually assaulted in her residence. She told the officers that she woke up to find a teenager inside her home. The woman reported being beaten and sexually assaulted by the boy. Initially, the team denied involvement and pointed to a neighbor's video footage showing an individual in similar clothes jogging nearby the night before. However, the DNA evidence linked him to the crime, leading to the arrest. He pleaded guilty on Thursday. Stone is scheduled to be sentenced on December 19th. They ought to cut his dick off. 14 years old.
Listen,
What
we
is his
joke about
nationality?
certain people like Felicia Rashad and some of the old fine ones and all
Kids
that.
and the elderly.
I ain't seen a 96-year-old yet that can make my shit get up. It just wouldn't happen. That's terrible. Oh, that's terrible.
No, this is not
Was
it.
he black or white?
He was white.
Now that
He was
that
white.
sounds like something. That sounds like a Brad move right there. Like the chick that burned the kids. The names alone, I already know what they were. But yeah, that kind of shit right there. That sounds kind of like
This
a
is
bit
the
for a
look. See,
Bradley
he
or.
ain't even trying to show up on the thing because I don't kids and kids and the elderly I can't even get on here.
That's good. That's you look.
No,
You
a
hate,
little
hate
crazy white boy.
Go to Thailand. Shit, you can get plenty of it. Ugh.
So we're moving right along.
Mm.
Maryland family demands answers after a 7-year-old boy was hung in his school bathroom. Officials say the children were horse playing. Okay, not to me though. Anyway, so according to the second grader's mother, who has not been publicly identified, her son was discovered hanging in the school's bathroom on Friday, November 15th. The distraught woman took to social media to spread the awareness about her son's condition and draws attention to the incident. So he lived. In her post, she details the extent of the child's injuries, revealing that he's currently suffering from marks under his eyes and bruises on his neck from being choked. He's traumatized. It's going to take some time, the mom wrote. This is not something he's going to just get over overnight.
Point him out. Point him out. Point him the fuck out.
Two of the students were reportedly horse playing in a school bathroom when one student jacket got caught on a stall door hook, the school wrote. The statement continued explaining that the 7-year-old was unable to free himself and the other child made an attempt to help but was unsuccessful. As a result, the child reportedly told a staff member, which led to administrators calling the police. The student was not able to free himself, and the other student involved was not able to help them. The statement continued, blah, 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 blah. Thoughts?
He'd have to be a tall 7-year-old to get on a hook. I mean, that whole explanation makes no sense. The logic in that makes
no. The real truth will come out. The truth will come out eventually. He was coaxed and coached on top of that. I'll guarantee you the truth will come out eventually, and I would be waiting. I don't give a shit if they was in the 11th grade. Let me find out the truth. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I'm
glad he lived. I'm glad he lived. I am.
Yes, I'm so glad that he lived. I was like skimming through the story a little bit because I was like, okay, did he live? Did he live? And then when she said he's gonna be he's distraught, this and that, blah blah blah, I was like, okay, good, the baby made it. So moving right along. Right. This is all teenage shit, okay? Because
JJ's back.
JJ, you've been missing.
JJ.
And I hope it's because you've been good and not because you done turned up on somebody and you was in the bad girls club for a little bit.
Damn, Phoebe went straight for the worst.
I'm just saying. She just disappeared on us.
Weren't incarcerated. Damn.
I'm just saying it's the bad girls club. We get good after a while. Anywho.
Damn.
So welcome back, JJ. We love you. You know that. Look, every week, I told Crystal, I said we got to go find out where JJ at because we got to check all the jails and all the hospitals to see it.
They're my brother. They're my brother too.
Hey Trey.
Hey Trey. Wow. Trey's in the building. Everybody up in him.
Here. Yeah.
Hey, just real quick, y'all. We do have a special guest. He's backstage in the building. I see my man Sam. So we're definitely gonna get up on that real quickly here in a little bit, probably right after sports.
Yes, baby. Yes.
So, yeah. We definitely gonna do some talking. We're gonna do some talking with our man. But Mimi, keep doing your thing, mama.
Okay, so 17-year-old was arrested after digging a hole in her backyard to bury her newborn baby.
What?
See? Y'all gonna make today's subject easy. Ooh, y'all gonna make today's subject.
And guess what has happened?
What?
Georgia?
Of course it happened in Georgia. So police in Georgia said that the 17-year-old mother is facing charges after she was allegedly spotted digging a hole in the backyard for the purpose of burying her dead newborn. So the police says after they responded to a home around 3 p.m., 3 in the afternoon, this little chick was bold. Sunday, after receiving reports of a possible newborn infant dead, when officers arrived, they found a baby dead at the home. Investigators worked through the night conducting interviews and collecting evidence. They said that the baby's mother, 17-year-old Leticia Rodriguez,
Yeah, ain't
was
no escaping.
arrested. I know one of my people was
Ain't
arrested
no-
and taken to the
Happy
hospital
birthday, JJ.
for treatment. Happy birthday.
Day to
Been working
you.
on getting myself together. I love y'all. I just celebrated my 50th birthday. And welcome to the club, baby.
Welcome
This
to the
past
club.
Sunday. Yes.
50s
So
and fabulous.
moving right along. Police say Rodriguez was seen digging a hole in the backyard 6 hours after giving birth to a little boy. Her uncle witnessed the backyard digging and called the police. We did discover the mother of the deceased infant digging a hole in the backyard in attempts to create that situation. The infant was never actually buried, said Marietta Police Public Information Officer Chuck
So
Filliman.
where the hell were they while she was giving birth and killing her child? Because if they watched the whole shit unfold, you know they knew everybody accessory, everybody guilt tie, all y'all asses need to burn.
Yes.
Think about that. They were around. They were around. You're killing me here.
Yes.
All right.
And of course, all the Karens of the neighborhood were looking out their windows and we know something was happening. There's a lot of children that play in the neighborhood. It just really pains me to think that something like this could happen. But okay, something was happening to this little 17-year-old chick, okay, where she would have done something like this because nobody does nothing like that.
Mhm.
Whether it's mental illness, whether
Might
it's
have been
something
the uncle.
happening.
Not being funny, it might have been the uncle's kid.
Well, the
Who
thing
does-
is, the baby could have been born stillborn as well if it was 6 hours after she gave birth. Maybe no one was around to help her give
Well,
birth.
why-
She had to do it on her own. And
But you know what?
she didn't
You
know
give
to
birth,
do.
and you know what you do? You call 911 because
Yeah,
you're giving birth to the
did.
baby.
I don't
You,
believe that.
and
Because sometimes when children come out, at least from what I've seen on shows and movies and stuff, sometimes the kids aren't breathing. And if you don't know what to do, then
Trey said, "Who's
But-
the baby daddy, honey? We don't know, but it might be the uncle."
I that pappy boss. I that baby pappy boss. Come on, man. The only reason I got to call bullshit is because her uncle and mother were around. So then they supposedly being the adults, they're all liable. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she didn't panic or whatever, but unless it belongs to the uncle and it's his kid or something weird like that, I can believe that, because why else would you bury your child, stillborn or not, if your mother and uncle and whoever else is around, you've got help. So see, that right there tells me, something a little funny. A little funny.
Okay, so I've got a couple of little short ones, and then I'm out of here because I want to make sure that we get Sam in here, and so we can talk about
Yeah,
all the
for sure,
boxing
for sure.
stuff, honey. Okay, so check this out. Diddy has been denied for the third time. The Shade Room said it's the third time. The Baller Alert said it's the fourth time, but nonetheless, he's been denied of bail again and again and again. The court said it's because no conditions can assure the safety of the community. My thing is, do y'all think that it's a risk to the community, or do y'all think that he's a flight risk, or both?
Hell yeah.
I think he's a flight risk.
I think so too.
Yeah, he's out. That man he's going, he might be going to Dubai or whatever. He's going
Going
somewhere.
underground. Yeah.
Yeah, he he's a flight risk.
Yeah.
I'd be out there if I was accused. Gone, I'm out.
But
I think so,
through
too.
all this, his kids are still supporting him.
They're his kids. They should. I mean, right or wrong, they kind of have to.
But the thing is, he's also being suspected in the death of their mother. Like,
Oh, ain't no-
even
yeah.
if there's a shadow of a doubt on something like that, I would not be able to support, my father if that were the case. Like,
I mean, fair enough. But he's
Yeah.
suspected in a lot of people's demise. We'll just leave
but
it
their
at that.
mother, that's different. Other people.
Collateral damage.
other
She's
people,
collateral
but-
damage, baby. Collateral
But their
damage.
mother,
Okay.
that's huge.
I've actually heard some people read excerpts from her book.
Yes, I've heard that too.
Now you know why he took her out.
Yes,
Shit.
for real.
She told everything.
And you thought that, getting rid of her would stop that. But Kim was smart enough to know that if something happens to her, she was going to get it out there no matter what.
Well,
And she
I don't-
was
yeah,
smart
and
to
I
do
think,
it.
but same reason Andre.
Okay. So the 402 Revenue just threw the curveball on the team and said off topic, but when I get a wedding ring, I'm going to gobble gobble the turkey. A 402, okay.
I mean, listen, depending on how people want to take that. Listen, hey, whoever you with, make it do what it do. Make them gobble. Make them gobble.
And make him gobble, honey. Okay, so let me move along, guys. Let me move along. So
Go ahead.
RFK Jr. says, and for those of you who don't know who RFK is, because some of you probably might not, is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. So why did he decide that he wants to come out and tell people that he did heroin as a student and it improved his grades?
Because he was not doing his work.
Why did he feel like he needed to say something, if anything?
He's doing that shit now. He must be doing it now.
And it's to justify.
Well,
Yeah.
well, speaking of him, he did a I guess you could say a town hall with a lot of Black leaders in a community.
Is that what it was? He was inspired.
No. Well, what he told them was what Black people need to do is to raise kids that are more resilient so that when they encounter racism, they can just, brush it off. So first of all,
how fitting for Kennedy to say that.
And let me say this. How dare he? Number one, we are the most resilient of people. We did not just wander into America. We did not invade America. We did not steal land from other people in America. We were stolen from our land, first of all.
And so we came over, on top of that?
we came
fucking Columbus does not discover America.
He did not, because America was already here. How can you discover what's already here?
He was lost.
The misinformation, the whitewashing of history. I mean, it's insane. And for him to say that Black people need to raise kids that are more resilient, like, what the fuck? Really? Tell that to Emmett Till. Tell that to the strange fruits hanging from our trees for centuries and decades. Tell that to those who have lost their lives because of white tears or are sitting behind bars because of fake white tears and lies. But we need to be more resilient. So I guess we can just brush off that we get lynched. We can brush off that we get persecuted and we get bullied and we get name called. Almost pushed off a bridge by a white racist here in Arizona.
Oh no, not alone, baby.
A bridge. All the cars were merging into one lane because they were working on the highway. And he gets behind me and he starts honking like a madman. I guess I was going too slow, like the rest of the traffic. So he tries to swerve around me and knock me off of the bridge. Let that sink in. And he called me the N-word as he buzzed around me.
Got to be more careful.
And that was the very first time in my life that I've ever been called the N-word.
And you didn't get the license plate for that car.
But when it happens, I mean, everybody reacts differently. And when you're caught off guard, you really don't know how to react or what to say, because I'd never been called that before. So the racism is just crazy. And for him to say most racist things, he could say that we need to be more resilient. That's some, I was furious when I saw that. And it was crazy. I think the worm ate all of his head because he does not think. He's just having a battle of common sense with an unarmed person. It's ridiculous.
All right.
Okay, so this one here is a little bit interesting. This is going to wrap up my 411s, and I thought that Crystal would like this, but Crystal, I'm gonna just let me through the whole thing because this one is interesting. Okay, so President-elect Donald Trump is reportedly considering drastic measures to combat drug cartels in Mexico. including a possible military invasion. According to a new report from Rolling Stone, Trump's transitional team is revisiting plans to deploy U.S. forces across the southern border as part of a controversial war on cartels that he blames for America's fentanyl crisis. How much should we invade Mexico? That is the question. A senior Trump transition official reportedly weighing on a soft invasion where American military leaders would target and assassinate top drug cartel leaders. Trump's 2024 campaign heavily leaned on aggressive rhetoric against Mexican drug cartels and fentanyl epidemic, which claimed an estimated 70,000 American lives in the past year. He has repeatedly vowed to hold cartels accountable. Let me tell y'all something. Anytime, because that's a problem. He's just made things even worse for himself. He's made himself a bigger target by even saying things like that.
Well, you have to say that kind of stuff though to get people to rally to your cause. And I mean, here's the thing: it's near and dear to people because I think a lot of people have known somebody that's lost someone like that. I mean, I know I can speak personally. I know one of our family here can speak personally. So, if it were true, that would be different. We might sing a different tune. I guess only time will tell because, quite frankly, it's major, and a lot of times that shit's one and done. It ain't like bad weed and a whole lot of other things. That shit's one and done. So it's really, really heavy. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, considering the only thing separating us from the ocean is all of Mexico, from the bottom anyway, and Canada above. So it should be interesting. I mean, he's definitely claiming to do a lot of things. Again, you have to make all these promises in the beginning. This is what I tell everybody because I don't like to get into the debates. I talked to my uncle for fucking an hour about this shit. He's old and black, but he's also rich, but he still is going to have his disdain. I said, look, do your homework, keep notes, talk to me in a year, talk to me in 3 years, and then you can justify what you feel, good, bad, and different. I don't care if you believe or if you don't. Because it's easy to have an opinion, but if you got cold hard fact and go, look, my gas ain't gone down, my insurance hasn't gone down, then you got something to talk about, as opposed to I just don't like that idiot. Because I mean, some shit's low hanging fruit. Let's put it like that. You know what I mean? So I guess we'll see what happens and what the fallout is behind that. Going after
well, like I said, it's fuck around and find out season, and sad to say, if that turns out to be true, it's not a good thing. Whether he did that to infuriate and rile up his base, and it worked, considering that 60% of Latinos voted for him. So, and speaking of that, I had an interesting conversation last night. One of my passengers was a lifelong Democrat who voted for Trump.
Happened quite a bit this year.
He almost ended up having to walk to the airport because I almost pulled over, like get the fuck out. But I didn't. I used the opportunity to ask him why. And we had an in-depth conversation. And he, spotted some facts that I was like, damn, that is true. He said he voted for him because of his foreign policies. He said that because he is the only U.S. president to ever make an attempt to stop wars. When he met with Kim Jong-un in North Korea, he said that was so historic and it just really made him look at him in a different way.
Fair enough.
Because he said no other president has ever done that. Yeah. And I'm just like, that's true.
Money is only made during times of strife. Love it or hate it. So, you know what? I try to respect everybody's stance. I don't necessarily go one way or the other. I do like you do. I ask questions. If you can justify whatever you feel either way, I'm not asking you to convince me. I'm not asking you to defend. I just want to know why you believe what you believe. It lets people tell you their thought processes without feeling judged. It's enough judging going on in this shit. It separates families, friends, and all kind of. It's dumb as hell because guess what? None of us is ever going to have that office.
Well, what really concerns me about this whole election, not number one, clearly America's not ready for a woman to lead. So we've established that. But the thing is, what's starting to come out is that a lot of people were saying they voted, but their vote disappeared.
Hmm.
And so they're having people to go back and recheck the status of their voting ballots, because it'll tell you if your ballot got counted or not, or if your ballot just disappeared. And this one guy came on, he said his ballot, he checked and his ballot was gone. And it didn't show that it was registered. It didn't show that it was counted. It was just gone. And then some were saying, and I don't want to get into like the conspiracy theory
You're
thing.
getting there,
Yeah.
Crystal.
There's a lot to it. There is.
I'm just saying what's been said is that when people went into the booth and anyone who voted for Kamala, it automatically got flipped to Trump.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
some
happened
folks are
before, though.
saying.
It's happened before.
But the thing is,
It happens.
and I think back to when he did his one of his speeches, and he was saying, "Oh, don't worry, we don't need your vote. Our little secret." And I'm thinking, is that the little secret? Cheating? But but the thing is, the damage is done. And Google put out a report of one of the highest searches that they're having right now is people asking, "Can I change my vote?"
No.
Or once a vote is cast, can it be changed? And I even did a TikTok about this, and everybody listening, I'll answer your question. No, your vote can't be changed. The only way your vote can be changed is if there is a recount or a redo of the election, which there
It ain't gonna
won't.
happen. He tried to get it done, and when he lost,
Change your vote. The damage is done. And right now we're in the fuck around and find out. And that's just what it is. And a lot of people are starting to feel the sting. For starters, many businesses have put out that they are not giving out Christmas bonuses this year because of the tariffs, because of the threat of tariffs. Because the thing is, a lot of people don't know or understand what exactly a tariff is. Trump doesn't even know what a tariff is, because when he tries to give the definition of it, it's wrong. Basically, with a tariff, we are the ones who pay the tariff for imported goods from overseas. It doesn't hurt them, it hurts us. So these companies are buying things ahead of time and getting all the rations and everything that they need now, because when the tariffs hit, they won't be able to afford to buy anything. And they'll run out as they purchase from overseas. And what the end goal is, from what I'm seeing, is that they want people to start buying American again. And that's all well and good. However, tariffs are going to skyrocket everything. At least for the first 2 years, we're definitely going to feel the burn. And people need to brace themselves and get ready for it. You know, they say that they voted for him because they feel like, you know, we'll be able to afford groceries. Well, guess what? Thanks to tariffs, we won't. Because Walmart even said they're raising prices now because of that. Everything is about to go up. So you think that things are bad now? Once 2025 hits, and what people really need to do to understand what is coming is to go to project2025.org. If you don't read the whole document, it's like over 900 pages. I read it. No, it's important.
Okay, yeah, no, we get it, but God, Trump, can we get it?
Yeah, but this is important because it doesn't just affect us; it affects everyone.
Yeah, but
and people need to know where they need to go to get the information, so they know what's coming. Go to project2025.org. And even if you don't read the whole document, skim the highlights so you at least have an idea of what's to come, because it's already happening. But in a checkmate, President Biden has confirmed 63 Black female judges So shout out to President Biden for that. And he did that before he leaves office. And they were all confirmed.
So be
Oh,
prepared, not scared. That's what I tell people.
right. So, guys, that's the end of my 411s. Do you guys have any other 411s? And don't let it be Trump.
Yeah. Well, get our guests in the background because I really ain't got much in terms of 411. I got a gang of shit on our topic. I got some funny, goofy shit for my sports segment. That's it. But I want to take it into our.
Well, there's one thing that I want to do.
Okay.
Before we go any further, where is it?
Really? How you gonna...
Hold that thought.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna pull my shit up. This clown.
I can't find what I'm looking for.
Oh my gosh, Chris.
All right. Well, we're not gonna do that.
I'm not part of it. Where is the rest?
Okay.
Oh, my freaking God. Oh well.
Yeah. Anyway, we do have a special guest on. I've been anxious to speak with this gentleman.
Found it. All right. So, guys, okay, Roger, are you doing sports and fitness? Yes. Because this has to go with sports and fitness.
No, but okay. Well, go ahead because I'm gonna. Well.
All right. What everyone needs to do, and this is what I've been taking. This is called Better Alt. The sea moss, black seed, ashwagandha, black pepper, and the Better Alt pure Himalayan Shilajit gummies. Since I've been taking the Shilajit gummies, I have so much energy now. It's amazing.
It's you know what, and it's evident. So are we getting paid by Shilajit?
Yes.
Just stop playing.
Yes, we are. As a matter of fact, we are affiliates of this product. So the sea moss, black seed, ashwagandha, black pepper, you take this after you eat your first meal of the day, and you only take 2 capsules per day. And the same with the Shilajit gummies, you only take 2 per day. So you don't have to take them every 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. And if you are leaving for the day, you don't have to worry about taking these with you because you just take them before you leave. Just 2 capsules with your first meal. And you can take these anytime during the day, but you only need 2 per day. So check them out. You'll thank me later. And since I've been taking it, I have noticed that I've lost weight. I can fit jeans that I haven't been able to fit in a long time. And
how long you been taking it?
I've been taking it for 2 weeks now.
Okay.
2 weeks.
And I definitely see a very distinct difference. So 2025, I'm gonna getting fine.
There it is. That's the important shit. Mine ain't remotely that important or even helpful. I just thought the shit was funny, and y'all know I like sharing stupid shit.
Yeah.
Because y'all don't listen when I tell you about the good stuff anyway.
So let's go.
So before we do, hold on. I'm tripping like a mug. Y'all hold on.
Yo, let's get it. Sports and fitness with Roger Hawkins.
All right, I figured I would do something goofy because we're gonna talk mad sports with our special guest. So since we want to really talk real stuff, I figured we'd have a little fun with this real quick. I think it's funny, so I'm gonna force y'all to watch it.
Let's go.
Grant a wish gone wrong. So really, what this is about? They're gonna let the little man run a touchdown. You know the whole drill.
Made a little cutback move, and it looks like he's gonna go all the way.
I love it. That's so cool.
Look at him go. Wow. This is really one of those heartwarming moments in sports where you just, oh my God.
You know what?
That's horrible.
That is horrible. So they let him, and then here comes the bully.
That was so bad. Why would they do that?
You know
Why is
what?
that funny? That is horrible.
Let's keep it moving.com, please. Oh my gosh, that was not funny. That is terrible.
Oh God, that shit's hilarious.
I wasn't expecting that. Poor
Go ahead
baby.
and roll the movies right quick. I have a film.
I know. Okay. All right, I got you, Doc. I got you.
Now, let's check out the movies with Crystal C.B. Booker.
All right, and I will make this fast because the best movie that I can recommend for you guys to see is Wicked, the long-awaited Wicked, Part 1. It is phenomenal. And if you get to see it on Broadway, it's even better on the big screen. It is amazing. Cynthia Erivo plays the Wicked Witch. And it was just amazing. It just shows her story. She speaks her truth. It just shows you that all is not what it seems. And it's always really good to see like the behind the scenes shows, you know, the prequels to everything, because this is basically the prequel to The Wizard of Oz. And so it's an all-star cast. It stars Michelle Yeoh, Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande. She does an amazing job, and her vocal range, oh my gosh. And the dancing and the singing is just phenomenal. Then you also have a cameo appearance by Idina Menzel and also Kristen Chenoweth. I mean, just the performances were amazing. So everyone, if you want to see Wicked, I recommend it. I give it 10 out of 5 popcorn bags. It exceeds expectations. And sadly, we have to wait a whole year before we see part 2, but it is a phenomenal film. The production is great. The performances were great. It was just entertaining. It was wonderful. It really was. I really enjoyed it. So definitely go check out Wicked this holiday season. You will thank me later.
Yeah,
All
my daughter was dying to go see it. So I mean, you got somebody that's game for it. So that's dope. I've heard good things. I ain't gonna go see it, but I mean, I know my kid is big Archie in theater and drama and all the bullshit. So I heard it's the real deal.
It is. It's really good, and the reviews
Anyway,
on it have been really good.
Anyway, anyway, I'm gonna get y'all at the end. I'm playing that clip again. That's just funny. But CB, do us a favor. We've been waiting for a couple of weeks. This is a busy gentleman, so I know he's been hanging backstage. We appreciate him. Introduce our guest, and then let's get into it because I definitely want to speak with him. We live in the same city, I found out. So blah blah blah. Let me have it, Mama.
All right. So our guest.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
What just happened?
Are you fucking kidding me? Listen, people, I'm sorry.
This is the kind of shit that you can't make up.
Yeah, you can't
Wow. Technical difficulties.
shit up.
Emotional damage.
There you go. Let's try it again.
All right. Our guest tonight is Mr. Sam Eakins, who is a very, very, very well known
Samuel
and
Counterpunch Eakins, baby.
That
Get
is-
the counterpunch going, okay?
yes, the counterpunch. Yes. Celebrity
Yes,
boxer, pro boxer, trained under Floyd Mayweather. He's doing some amazing things. He's got a big fight coming up. So we're going to talk about that. So let's, without further ado, here is Mr. Samuel Eakins.
Brother Samuel.
Hi, Sam. Welcome.
Hey, first off, thank y'all for having me.
Do me a favor, brother. Get closer
Yeah,
to your mic.
I can barely hear you.
Yeah, man. Hey, thanks for hanging with us, man. I know we had you back there looking at our goofiness. Appreciate you coming through, man. But what's going on, man? Talk to us.
Oh, can you hear me now?
We got
Yes.
you. We got you.
All right, cool. I'm just staying busy, praying to God every day. Just trying to help people.
Bring it closer.
We lost you again.
Yeah. You might have
Hear
us
me
on
now?
speak. Yeah, yeah. You might have to keep it a little closer, brother.
What's that?
Rough connection. Rough connection.
Yeah.
All right, we'll hang. We'll hang. We'll hang. Uh, I know, CB. You read the bio and stuff like that. I know you sent it to us. We've been all over the place, but you said he's trained under Floyd, so I already know. When I saw counter punching, you said Floyd makes sense.
Can we curse now?
Yes, he was. The picture that we have on our flyer is he was at Floyd's gym, so he was
Mm,
taken at the gym. So
okay.
he's doing some amazing things, and he's got a
All
big
right, I'm
fight.
back. I'm back.
There you go.
All right, what's up, brother? What?
Chilly. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got.
Yes, very clear.
All right. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. I had y'all hooked up to my car, but first and first most, I just want to say thank you for having me on the show. Beautiful people. I heard some of the debates and things like that, so I'm definitely gonna be watching more often, and
Appreciate
definitely won't be the last time y'all see me. So, we coming, gang, gang. But yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, it's definitely a lot of things going on. I mean, y'all know I box, I model, I'm an actor, I'm published. So I'm definitely always, doing something, and it's tough sometimes because sometimes I'm like a one man team, but we all have God, and you're never alone. So, that's really, just it's just been like the secret formula. I pray, fast, and repeat and give. So, but yeah, we
That's
do
right.
have some things working. Right now, I'm at Top Rank Gym, and I'm with it's just a whole lot. I'm with like a whole squad. I was training with James Tony in
it. Okay.
California. He's like a dad to me, and I still train with him, off and on. But right now, I was in Las Vegas, so I was training at Top Rank Gym for about 3 months. I'm still there, but right now I'm in Colorado trying to get some sponsors and get some things to happen. So but yeah, but we are looking to fight maybe January, February. It's really my team that's kind of working on that behind the scenes. So I'm just showing up, training hard. I know about 30 different martial arts. I fought on pay-per-view twice. And I'm just a God-fearing dude. So I just like to show people that dreams can come true. You just gotta put
Yes.
in the work. You can't just pray about it and just okay, it's gonna happen. You gotta put in the work.
Yeah.
You gotta want it as bad as you breathe, and you really gotta be a good person because God sees everything. So it's
That's
not
right.
really about me.
Mhm.
So I'm glad to be here. I could get the story out, and let's get it. Gang.
See, that's why I'm honest because you said God sees everything.
That's
I'm gonna
right.
try not to hog from my sisters because CB is who brought you to us, so I'm thankful for that. I'm from KC. I'm based out of Vegas, so when you said all that, you see, I don't get excited easily.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I'm a black
yeah.
belt instructor in Vegas, so I actually help coach at a jujitsu school here. Everybody does that kind of thing. So we Muay Thai,
Yeah,
jiu-jitsu,
yeah, yeah,
all that. So when she told me you were, kind of from the area, I'm like, oh hell yeah, I gotta link up with my man.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
1000%. So dude, next time you come in town, man, don't come through here without seeing me, man. I gotta see you, brother. I want to meet
Oh,
you.
you already know, man. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get contacts, man. I'm gonna rock with y'all,
for
man.
sure, for
And
sure.
listen, y'all follow me, man. Sam underscore counterpunch for all the fight news
Got
and
you, got
things
you.
like
We'll
Mm-hmm.
that.
support big time, man. We'll support all the way
Yeah,
around
yeah,
because we love doing that. And I see you kind of making that move. And then again, all of us are in the industry as far as entertainment and things like that as
yeah,
well.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
something we can all talk about. Mimi and I are, in front of the camera. Mimi and CB are behind the camera. So again,
yeah,
more
yeah,
things that we have in common. So yeah, man, this is a
Mm-hmm.
great connection. Uh, quick question. Like how'd your start go about? Because you obviously have a bunch of disciplines. So like what
yeah,
was your
yeah,
beginning in terms of, what was first? Was it fighting? Was it modeling? How did you fall into the
yeah,
into
yeah.
the role?
It's funny. Like, I always was kind of called like a pretty boy. Like, I used to get bullied, and I always would have like the prettiest girls
Oh.
around me. But it's like I kind of just had to learn how to fight because I had brothers, and I just was always getting in trouble. Really, I wasn't doing nothing. I just would always have the prettiest girls, and people would want to jump me and stuff like that. So I started fighting when I was about 14. I started boxing. And
Okay.
but before I started boxing, I did qigong when I was about 8,
Okay.
And since then, I've done like all types of things like Angolo, ninjutsu,
Yes.
all types that, but it's really just like a spiritual thing. Like what I tell people with the martial arts is
Yeah.
you're really gonna just try to connect to God, within yourself, and you strengthen your spirit, and that's how you get your power. It all comes from
True.
God. So,
True.
I do 30. I'm just a crazy dude. I mean, I'm not like a typical person. I'm very mysterious, and I think that kind of helped me to, get big on social media and, get
Sure.
these opportunities. But you always just
Hmm.
have to be yourself. You have to be comfortable, in your
Yeah.
skin,
That's
and
it.
you just have to embrace that because nowadays, I used to get picked on, obviously for a lot of different reasons, things that weren't my fault. But what I will say is, you have to know that you are a God being. We were made in His image. So at the end of the day, it's like
No doubt.
nobody is no less or greater than anybody.
Hmm.
Sure.
We all reflect the same thing. So I try to just, I try to show people that you don't always have to fight people, bully, gangbang. I don't really do any of that. I'm just a pretty boy, but, but, you know, you just, you got to work hard. Like, I don't really talk like, like a lot of crap, per se, but,
Hmm.
I do fight. So
That's fine.
obviously I have to back up what I say.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
I train like 10 hours a day sometimes, and sometimes it's hard to work because it's just, I feel like that's a job in itself. So,
Hmm.
um, but I'm definitely gonna keep coming. We are turning pro, and
Yeah, man.
we coming. So y'all definitely look out for me.
Okay, that's what's up.
Beautiful.
How long do you
Who are
think you'll?
some of,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Babe.
oh, I was going to say, who are some of your influencers that have, inspired you to even want to get into this industry?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, from when I was a kid, obviously, like, Bruce Lee, the Rockies, just watching the movies and things like that. But
Okay.
as far as like inspirations, I have to say like Muhammad Ali, James Tony, Floyd Mayweather, my boy Tiafimo. It's just a lot of great fighters out there,
Hmm.
and I had to have it. Well, like when I was 14, I trained with like a lot of champions. So, some of the top guys I trained with were Tiafimo Lopez, Jeff Rambo, Blake Davis, Xander Zayas, Harold. It's just like a lot of dudes that are like world
Okay.
champions. So
Hmm.
I just got the inspiration from just being, when you're like around people that are great, you just want to be great. So when I was 15, instead of going clubbing or partying, I was always in the gym. I don't drink, I don't do none of those things. And it just kind of it just kind of, went on with me. And then I had lost my parents. And then, I kind of got the motivation to, I was like, well, instead of being depressed about it, I'm gonna turn it into something else. So I found the
Okay.
motivation, and then I fought on pay-per-view about 2 months later, and then, the rest is history. Now I'm so busy now,
Yeah,
it's crazy, but I will say it's all God. And really, if you believe in God and you really built that relationship, anything's possible. So that's what it's all about.
I love it.
yeah, no doubt.
So
How long are you out there? And also, two-part question: where is your next fight? I know you said it's
Well,
coming.
I don't have all those. Well, I know certain things like they're trying for like maybe Mexico, but there's just so many things on the back end with boxing that I don't really want to say something and then
And then
something
it
else
not
happens.
be
But
right.
Right. No, I hear you.
yeah,
I hear you.
yeah. But I have a really good team. I mean, I'm at Top Rank Gym. In my opinion, I train at like the TMT gym too. Floyd and all them. So
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
I'm
Sure.
definitely around like a lot of top people. My coach,
Hmm.
James Tony, David Villa. I
Oh,
have
very well.
like a
Very
lot
well.
of people. Dr. Dorothy, my manager. So, I'm just trying to show people that I do talk a lot, but I definitely back it up.
Back it up.
And
Back it up.
I got to show people, if I say that, God is great all the time, I got to win. So, I won my last fight, and that's what it is.
All right. All right.
The question is where the bullies at now.
Yeah. 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 Look,
they
uh,
they don't want to mess with you now.
Honestly, I think they're all like friends of mine now.
there
Oh,
you
they
go.
better be.
Look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny because at one point I wanted to like fight all of them, like when I got tough, but I was like, well, I be no different than them. So I just kind of just stayed in the gym, started competing, and I just fell in love with boxing. So
Okay.
that's what
How
it's
long
about.
and how long has this taken? I mean, up to this point, so you can say you've been doing this for. I know you said you started at 14, but when you go, hey, I
Yeah,
decided
yeah.
I'm going to compete, take it seriously. Go, how many years has it been?
I'd probably say I got serious. Well, I mean, I've been serious like since I was 14, but I would say I really took off about the last 3 years.
Word, right. I got you.
Um, yeah, since then I fought in Jersey, I fought in Miami. Both
Okay.
pay-per-view fights, and
Mhm.
right now I have over like 4 million views from like music videos, social medias,
Right on.
TikToks, all that. So we hustling out here. But
Yeah,
trust me, I'm
no
I'm still an
doubt.
up and coming fighter,
No
so I
doubt.
definitely need all the support and all that. But it's just great that
You're
I
not. You
did
don't say you're
lose
up
my
and coming.
parents,
Say
but
you are. You are a
oh,
fighter.
I am.
Up
Yeah,
and
I am a
coming is
fighter.
up and
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
is
yeah.
you still coming now. You are that. Claim it.
Yeah, well, I
Yes.
don't got that. I don't got those Floyd checks yet. You know what I'm saying? But
It's all right.
Hey, that's
we
okay.
definitely,
Do what you
yeah,
love, and the
yeah,
money
yeah.
will come, brother. The money
It's
will come.
it's coming. It's definitely coming.
It's yours.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
man.
thank you. I appreciate it. I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
I
Have
always
faith.
tell people like, when you have God, you're rich. Like, whether I'm broke or poor, is like, when you're close with Him, you don't need nothing else because He will give you everything you really need.
No
It's
doubt.
not about what you need. It's about what you want, and
Thank you for saying
you
that.
really gotta build that relationship. So if you want God, you have to want to build that relationship.
That's right.
Just because the Bible say that, just because you go to church, don't mean that you building that relationship. Like I talk to God for
Right.
hours a day in my head. You know what I'm saying? So
That's right.
it's really that deep. And
No
that's
doubt.
where all my skills come from, abilities. They compare me to a lot of top fighters, and I'm around a lot of great fighters. So it's really just all God. God is great all the time.
Yes.
So
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
it
that is.
is.
Hey,
Hey,
so
man.
let
That.
me ask you, if
Yeah.
you had the opportunity to spend an evening with someone living or dead, some famous person, who would it be and why?
Uh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. But I probably have to say Martin Luther King, just because, like, in my life story, I've experienced so much hate, so much, adversity and things. Sometimes I would want to hate people. Like, I just be like, why am I doing this?
Right.
But when you have somebody that can just take so much hate and turn that into, something else like power, love, and just push
Mm-hmm.
people to the point where they ended, slavery and this and that. Like, I feel like there's a lot of power, in that, and just your voice, love, and just bringing that message to uplift people. So out of everybody, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be able to box. So I definitely have to say Martin Luther King, man.
Okay.
I might have to box him around. I might show him a few things. But you
Because
know what I'm
he
saying?
used to get into it. He
Yeah,
got into
yeah,
his
yeah.
couples.
Yeah, he's real humble, and sometimes I'll try to listen to his lectures, or because sometimes I want to go crazy on social media, but like, nah, I inspire kids, and
No,
there's not. This isn't about me.
Yes.
So sometimes I have to check myself,
that's right.
and I think it's definitely gotten me far, and we're definitely just getting started. So
Okay, that's what's up.
good, good.
Emotional maturity, brother. Gotta have it. Gotta have that
Yes.
intellectual and emotional maturity. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
exude
yeah, yeah.
that, you're gonna get there, man. I promise you. But that's
Thank you,
dope.
thank you, thank you, man.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that.
But yeah, brother, I'm going to reiterate again, man. When you come to Vegas, like I said, we definitely have to link up because I've got a network of people that just love to help and expose and do things like that. I mean, we've had people from B Team, we've had Meow Brothers, we've had a lot of famous people come through and train, and everybody wants to post and things like that. So if you want promotion, we got you. You know what I mean? In
Oh
more
yeah,
ways
yeah, yeah.
than one,
Trust me. I'm
we
actually
got
gonna work on my way. I'm trying to get back to Vegas, but I just gotta, hustle a little bit,
do what you got to
handle
do, brother.
some, grown man responsibilities. But
Absolutely.
definitely with some family right now, some, loved ones. Shout out to Chachi. But we out here. We definitely staying focused. And
Okay.
but
What part of
I will
Colorado?
definitely let you know. I'll probably be there within like maybe like the next week or two. So what I'm
Hey, brother,
saying.
I'll be here. Like I said, I would love to meet with you. Like I said, we'll get some more footage. We'll put you out there. Like I said, we'll let the
Mm-hmm.
folks know that you're out here hitting pads and doing that kind of thing to be on the
Yeah.
lookout. So we
And Trey
absolutely
said
Yes.
we
got.
they
Thank you.
got you in
Thank you.
Kansas City too.
Yeah, no doubt. We
Oh
got
yeah.
you
Hey, listen, I'm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So trust me. Like
for sure.
I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate.
I know
So
that's right.
I'm everywhere.
Hey man, it's amazing. Like I said, you're a great spirit, brother. I can tell. So
Mhm.
keep
Thank you,
pushing,
thank
keep
you.
doing what you're doing. Like I said, we're gonna hold you up from every end. So even if you stumble,
Definitely,
we're gonna grab you, man.
That's
I
right.
want to see you
definitely,
make
man.
it. I want to see you make it. So
But
no doubt.
listen, I'm about to cry, man. Those words are,
Hey,
touching me because, like, when I first started, it wasn't really a lot of people that believed,
I get
supported
it.
or,
I,
So
Mhm.
now it's kind of like, yeah, most of them kind of believe, but then is it just they just want to see if I'm gonna get knocked out sometimes. So,
nah,
but I
that's all
like to
right.
say this: there, there is good in people, and I've learned that sometimes you just got to give people chances and have to let people know just who you are. And I realize that sometimes when you're when you kind of get like soft a little bit, for instance, like you put things out there, emotions or things you're going through, it
Sure.
really helps people to connect with you and really learn who you are. And I feel like what really helped me was just kind of being weak sometimes, in the sense of, hey, we all need help, support. Sometimes it's tough, but I still train every day. I mean, I've been
Right.
at it.
Right.
And now I feel like I'm one of the most top fighters, right now. And this really just came from a dream of just
Mhm.
wanting, my mom and dad to smile and,
Sure.
know that they raised the champion. So, that's where we're going.
I know that's right. I
That's
understand.
beautiful. I love that. Yes.
I know
Thank
that's
you,
right.
man.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Hey brother, listen.
So,
I know you got to do your thing. You can hang or you can do what you need. Like I said, we're gonna cut up for the rest of the show.
yeah,
We've
yeah,
been
yeah,
away for a while, but man, do not be a stranger. Reach out to
yeah,
my girl.
yeah.
Like I said, we'll all exchange contact information because we definitely need to make a network. Like I said, the kind of town Vegas is. It's a fight
Yeah,
town.
yeah.
It's who you know. And I've been here about 8 years, so I've been pretty fortunate. Again, these guys come in, we do shows from here, we do a lot of stuff. If we can get to see
Mhm.
you fight somewhere, we'll find a way to make it happen. I wish George was on because again, we some
Mhm.
traveling fools. So
Yeah.
Yes.
don't think. No, if I tell you I'm coming, I'm coming. I'm not that dude. I show up
Hey,
at the doorstep, and whoever's there cooking, I'm coming for a plate. So don't act like I'm a stranger in this shit. All right,
I second that.
all love, baby, love for you for real. Though. I
hey,
got
listen.
you. You come here.
I,
I got you.
again, I want to thank y'all for having me, and I definitely want to come back, and we'll definitely exchange contacts and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
And just God bless y'all. Listen. I love everybody, but I especially love my people. And at the
Yes,
end of the
sir.
day, we
Yes,
are
sir.
all one. So we all got to
That's
push each
right.
other, uplift each other. We're all brothers, white, black,
Yes.
brown,
Yeah,
whatever, whatever. So I call everybody brother. You know what I'm saying? So at the
hey
end of the
man,
day, man,
listen,
it's love. Always
we,
know
we we
that.
got you, dog. We got you. I'm gonna tell you
Yes.
like this. I got a little bit of a problem with light skinned people. You'll find that out about me. So
Ah.
I'm
A lot of
particular.
people say I kind of act light skinned,
Anyway,
so you might hate me too.
They funny acting. They
Whatever.
funny acting.
did you want to stick around for topic or? Right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I could. I got my girl over here about to, like, kill me. So, you
Yeah,
know
no,
what I'm
you don't.
saying?
This
Tell
is
her we said hi.
this is
Tell
gonna
her to
get
get
people in
on
trouble, baby.
camera. Tell
I'm
her
about
Oh,
to.
stop
okay.
being shy.
Oh
Uh-huh,
damn!
uh-huh,
Oh,
uh-huh.
oh hell, hey, yeah. See, no, listen, bro.
Well,
I
I'll
just
tell
met
you
you.
what. I'll tell you. I'll get on the next one because we were traveling. We traveled like maybe 24 hours to get here. So I'm in
Nah, do what you
Colorado
gotta
right
do,
now.
man.
Oh
Do what you
wow.
gotta do.
But
Yes, do
listen,
your
y'all get
thing.
me on the next one. We gonna chop up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Let's do
we
And
it.
oh,
again, thank you
man,
for having me.
we gonna talk about your W too, brother. Like I said, don't
All
miss
right,
me when
yeah,
you
yeah,
get here.
yeah.
All
I
right, I'll
got you.
find you.
Say less.
Love you,
Take
All
care.
Crystal.
righty.
All right, love.
All
Peace,
right.
Thank y'all
peace.
again.
Take
Inshallah.
care.
Love you
Yes, sir.
guys.
All righty. Bye.
Cool, humble young brother. Like I said,
Amazing guy.
yeah,
Amazing.
you
Oh,
can tell he's hungry. You can tell that man. Listen, it's
yes.
interesting, brothers. I mean, we all do stuff, but men, like when I see another brother, when you know somebody's got a story, you know somebody's
Hmm.
going through something. Now I'm like, damn, I want to see that brother win. Now I got to figure out how to help. I want that brother to win.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's
Yeah.
like I said, he's got great energy. He's got a good spirit. So
His
y'all know we.
that winning spirit. That winning spirit is it already.
It's just in him the way he's like,
Yes.
look, he's been through shit, we all have, but he's talking like I'm going to keep going. So again, that could potentially be another moment to get out here. Like I said, if he ever fights here or there or anywhere, like I said, we got to
Mhm.
support this cat. We have to.
Yes,
Because this
definitely.
young man, I can tell he's really pushing and going through some things and gone through like we all have. So that'll kind of bring us together and whatnot. So yeah, man, I like that. I like that. You know. So that was a good
Definitely.
find. Like I said, you know me, I'm scarce on my compliments, but that was a good find. I give you that one. That was a good one.
Yes.
So anyway, all right, back to the shit starting. Let's get it.
All right. Well, our topic tonight is who is wrong? A married person who dates outside of their marriage, or the person who is okay dating someone who is married?
Damn, I might need more liquor for this one. Yup. Let's do it. Y'all might as well go ahead and go. I'm gonna be fuck. I wasn't even supposed to drink tonight. Go ahead.
Both of them. Both of them. Both of them are wrong. And I'm gonna say that because this is the thing. A married man shouldn't have no business dating outside of his marriage. No way. If he's not satisfied with what the hell he got going on at home and he goes as far as marrying her, then he's got a whole problem. The thing is, too, on a flip side, you're not gonna have every single thing that because okay, so I'm not gonna speak. I can't really speak for marriage because I never been married before. So, but in having conversations with a lot of married people, this be the thing. You're not going to get every single thing that you want in a person, because there's going to be some things that your individual doesn't want to do or doesn't do or whatever. And men find that if they get it from the outside, then they can play the game. I think women that are dating married men are just straight up hoes. There are single men out here. I mean, they're so far and in between because,
Well,
everybody wants to wear
the
dresses
dating
and skirts.
pool is pretty shallow.
It's pretty shallow, but they are out there. My thing is, find yourself a single man and make it happen, and leave these women's husbands and men alone. Anywho, yeah.
Leave us alone.
Well, my
That's where I'm
perspective
at.
is a bit different.
I said, leave us alone.
Go ahead, CB. What you got, mama?
Well, my perspective's a bit different because I think it depends on the situation. So if the married partner is in an open relationship and the wife is cool with him being with other women or having other partners, then I think it's different than if he's just basically cheating. Because when you're in an open relationship, technically you're not cheating because it's okay. Or if you get a pass or something like that. It depends on what the situation is, what the arrangement is between the married couple, dating outside the marriage, or if they are in one of those triple ways where, so it just,
we have a whole 3 topics happening like in the same.
Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
I mean, no. I mean, shit.
It just, it's different situations, whether it's right or wrong. I mean, if it's mutual and the wife is cool with it, and then as long as there's that honesty there, because if
until somebody come, and if it's a 2-way thing, until somebody come and dick her down really nicely, then he's gonna be all offended and in his feelings.
Yep. Then again, fuck around and find out. That's basically what it boils down to. It's kind of like, be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. It's like, it's kind of like, if you're looking for something, don't be mad when you find it. And that's just what it boils down to for the most part.
Facts.
Say it, Roger. What you got to say? It's a lot.
Listen, I'm just giving everybody a chance to have the flow.
The devil's advocate.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
You
Bring it on.
Bullshit. Go ahead.
I just want everybody to have the flow. That's I just hold on for a second. You already know. You already know what's different for you doesn't mean it's wrong for someone else. Everything relationship is totally different. Pretty much.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Very well said.
So did what I'm gonna say. Because y'all know I'm here for it. As right now, since George, old punk ass, ain't on here because he know my sister get at him. Look, the truth is what the truth is. I was once single and I'm married. So I can speak from both ends. But
Mhm.
and we're not just talking about men, even though they are, because they're women. Don't miss me with that shit. But uh the truth of the matter is, and again, for someone who knows, it really comes down to who you're with. All the bullshit y'all know about communication, blah blah blah. Now, here's what I'll say: too many people oftentimes get married. Too many people want, like, too many women want a husband, or they want to be married, but they don't want to be a wife. They don't even know how to be a wife. They weren't shown. So you want the security of being married, you want the help and the this and the that. But then when it comes to some of the agreements and the things that are supposed to be done, and again, we're seeing all of this stuff about submission and femininity and blah, blah, blah.
Well,
None
I
of
just
that.
want a wedding. I don't want a marriage. I
Okay,
just
you know what? And fair enough. And here's the thing: you can actually get all of that bullshit without getting the whole contract. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. After being married for a long time, what I realize is men and women get married for different reasons. Okay, women marry men thinking that they're going to change. Men marry women thinking that they're not going to change, and we're both wrong. Now, chew on that because it's true. That's just the nature of the beast. It's cats and dogs. That being said, here's what I will say: if I were to ever encounter this situation, shall we say, and things weren't going to, nobody gets 100% of what they want. But let's say your partner decides I either don't, can't, or won't provide something that is a necessity or a deal breaker. Now that's different with everybody because it's different. In which case, you know what? Do what you need to do because that's the agreement. So let me ask you, ladies, what first of all do y'all consider cheating? What is cheating to you? Because it's the obvious, but what to you is considered cheating?
I
being
think
with another partner without my permission.
Okay, is that the only thing? So by being with them, I'm assuming you mean physically.
No, I mean like giving their emotional attention as well as, I mean, yeah, mental attention, you know what I'm talking about, and as well as physical attention where he's distracted by her instead of taking in all of me.
Okay, well put, well put, well put. Okay, Mimi, what to you constitutes cheating?
I think once you start giving attention to someone else in your head
You already have
first,
it.
you already fucked up. That's just it. Bottom line.
So with that being said, and JJ made a comment earlier. I'm gonna post it, but
Mhm.
um, in my opinion, everybody has done it. Then you can't. The one thing that cannot be controlled is human thought. Human behavior is a secondary movement.
I just love
So
you.
if that's the case, every fucking body on here is guilty in some way. You know you are.
Well, yeah.
That being, but
Who
you man,
doesn't
if you
daydream about somebody else? Yeah.
exactly. So if you manage to live with that, and how do you justify that you've done it? But then you say, oh, this person can't do it either. So, for instance, some people, if you look at another person, they lose their shit. Some people, they consider texting cheating, or having someone else's Instagram information, or phone calls, or whatever, or having lunch. Even if because see, women get down to the whole thing is it's about sex. Did you have sex with them? Now, you guys, you can foster an emotional affair for years and really never do anything. And then you go, but it was innocent because I didn't do anything. And to
Mhm.
that, I call bullshit.
Right.
We can go have sex with three people, not know their first or last name, maybe even what they look like, come home, still give you our check, still be willing to die for you and take care of the whole house. Who's more guilty? You see what I'm saying? Because obviously we operate on different wavelengths, emotional
Right.
versus physical. And
It's
so
true.
I'm only saying that to say that they don't match up equally. Because a man, like you guys were saying earlier, oh, men get mad and get this and get that. We're territorial. Yes, we are. We're supposed to be, because if we're going to
Mhm.
conquer something and be the king and be the leader, we have to be territorial. So
Right.
what people tend to consider insecurity isn't that. It's just
But
it's having standards. But
but
one
then
thing, uh-huh.
I
What's
was
that?
gonna say, but then like people like to feel validated with who they have on their arm too.
Sure. Sure.
Like if you're out with your woman and nobody looks at her, then you're gonna think like,
Say it again.
you're
Say it again. if ain't nobody looking at your chick, you need another chick. Girl, say it again.
Right. I mean, and the same thing works with men. If nobody looking at my man, I'm gonna be like, what?
So why do
'Cause
people get so upset? If why you looking at that bitch? Why you see her walk by? Blah blah blah. Why do people get upset?
No,
Because those
you
people are
shouldn't.
insecure. Everyone has some type of insecurities, whether
Okay.
they are
Don't
outward
put-
insecurities or just insecurities that they keep internalized. You know, everyone has some flaws about themselves that they don't like. Everyone has some things about themselves that they don't like. So if you see someone, if you see what they call a bad bitch, and you look at yourself, you're like, man, I used to be a bad bitch, but now I'm a 50-year-old bitch. You just be like, you know, you start to rethink your whole life choices. So that's when the insecurity kicks in, and next thing you know, the attitude kicks in, and next
Right.
thing you know, the relationship is in peril because
So
people don't communicate.
sure. So my thing, my solution to that, and I would tell anybody this. You know why I would never have an issue if we're walking down the street. If I'm holding hands with one of y'all, we're walking down the street and I'm with y'all. No matter who comes around, if a dude is giving you compliments, if a dude is saying whatever, as long as there's no disrespect, you can't get in her
Right.
3 feet in her bubble or whatever. Look, think all the things you want to think, say all of that. It is your job to make
Yes.
sure your man is secure in how you
That's
feel about him,
right.
and vice versa.
Thank
So
you.
if I don't know
Mhm.
that you think that, even though yo Idris Elba's in the building, that's a fine so Barack, that's a fine so and so, but you know what, baby, they can't hold a flame
But
to
keep
you.
that shit to yourself.
No, it has to be, he can't hold a flame to you. It has to end with that.
That's
Because
right. Of
because
course.
guess what? If Hallie comes in the building, if Mariah, if they come in, I gotta be like, oh damn, baby, really, I don't even like light skinned chicks, but she could get talk that shit, because you know what, she can't touch you. It has to. I mean,
Right.
we have to be
Yes.
human about it. But
Mm.
if you don't believe, like CB said, if you don't believe you that bad bitch no more, look, ain't none of us 25 no more. Stop trying to be. You ain't 25. But it
Right.
doesn't mean that you are not where you're supposed to be. So when you have to justify it, go, I look good for my age. No, fuck you. I look good. Not for my age. Fuck
Right.
you. I look good. But
Yes.
Right.
there's a
Yes.
lot, of false confidence out there, because the goddamn internet is making a bunch of twos think that they tens, and you gotta know your fucking level, and people don't know their level, and so you got people out there thinking that they can level up, getting rid of good relationships, and then
Mhm.
they find out that they can't. That's
Well,
the problem.
well, the internet also makes it easy for people to be
Facts.
who they want to be, but not who they are.
Until they get
Yeah.
the BBL and the shit start to stink.
What?
Hey, listen. If your arms are too short to wipe your ass, you don't need one anyway. But I will agree. I will agree
Just
that
saying.
look, to me, I agree with you. It's so easy to change things now, which tells me you're not happy with yourself. That's self-hatred. I think CB said it. We all have things about ourselves that we love, that we're not crazy about, that maybe we would change. And now science, medicine has made it possible to do that. But my question to you is, if there is
But
something that you
filters make it possible to do that. And that's why I don't use filters on any of my content, because at some point they're going to see you out and they're going to be like, well, who the hell is that? So why hide who you are? You know what I
okay,
mean?
we talk about that now. Why? Okay, here's another fact. Do you realize 80% of the women or more in the world are trying to hook up with, marry, get with, like 10-20% of the men in the world that you qualify or deem worthy. So if everybody's going for the same group of dudes, somebody's going to get left out.
Mhm.
So you realize a lot of people are going to be sitting at home talking about, I can do better, and maybe you can't. And I'm not. You can have standards, but if they're unrealistic, this is what happens. And then if you get with somebody and go, okay, well, this person cheated. That's always kind of the go-to in relationships. Again, women end 70% or more of relationships, marriages, whatever, for whatever goofy reason. You know what the top two reasons are? One, supposedly he cheated, and two, he was abusive. Now, here's what I say. I'm not getting in anybody's business. I'm just saying the word abuse is used fucking often, and incorrectly.
And sometimes it's the flip where she's the abusive one.
Yeah.
And
But
he's
who
just
you
too
gonna
much of
believe?
a gentleman to smack the shit out of her.
Well, who you gonna believe?
Right.
If you and I go to the police and go, we got into it, I'm getting hauled off. I could be bloody as hell. You could have nothing wrong. They're gonna haul. So it's the system is made for us to lose. And I'm talking about people of color in particular because they want people like me out of the house. Because then you become weakened, and then your son becomes a statistic if you have one, or you don't have them at all. So I guess my question to that is, if you know that you have certain limitations, maybe you guys talk about that early, maybe you don't. Now, most people, when they get together when they're young, they don't discuss deal breakers. They don't. And then you get far into the relationship or marriage or whatever, you got kids, you got responsibilities, and now you go, I can't live with this. And that's how the shit happens. So let me ask you guys this. If you take the whole cheating off of the board, how many, and I guess whatever, if you can see the abuse shit, emotional, mental, blah, blah, if you take those two things off the board, how many relationships do you think would still be intact? A lot. A whole lot. Most of the time,
like Cheaters is such a popular show, or any show that has to do with cheaters,
because people love drama. This country is a reality show. This country loves drama. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something even crazier. The most powerful, rich, affluent men in the world, every one of them got 2, 3, 11 of them. Every one of them. Because he's a 1%er. He's a 5%er. He knows he's got every option in the world. And so the women that they tend to marry or get with are like, look, I got to deal with it. Like, I'm the main one. I'm the one that his life insurance goes to. I'm the one that lives in the house. But I also know when he goes to Fiji, Mighty Soul is over there waiting. And they deal with that because if everything else, and this is, and I mean, look, this is personal preference. I'm just telling you. I've talked to many times. It's just personal preference. That tends to be a lot of people's deal breaker. It's the one deal breaker. And the funny thing about it, it's the one thing that keeps, I think, a lot of people from attaining what they want to. Now, what I will say is, for people of us like us in the middle class, you know, like I said, I ain't gonna be here long, goddamn it. I'm jumping levels. I ain't gonna be here long. But for people that grew up, we all grew up blue collar, working, middle class. We have to stick together. That's what we know. Most of us, from a religious standpoint or from a whatever standpoint, we know, okay, you got to be with this person, do this and do that. Here's the one thing I say: what happens when you get to a point where maybe he or she doesn't want to or can't have sex anymore? Always a deal breaker. What if you get to a point where he or she isn't supporting your dream, whether it be to become something, to start a business? What happens when you get to that point? You know who leaves? Y'all do. We don't. Y'all do.
Shit, whatever.
Well, I wouldn't. If he, as long
I
as
won't
he
say
can
that.
buy me a purse or, you know, little tidbits.
Okay. So my question is,
I was gonna say something different. I was gonna say, as long as he has fingers and a mouth.
Ooh, there you go.
So then, Mimi, you should.
I'm just saying.
Has a joystick.
No, I'm not mad at you if that's your requirement. But my
joystick might not work anymore. If joystick doesn't work anymore, but he has other avenues of making me happy, then fuck it, let's do it.
I respect that. So my question is, how is it that so many of us make it to relationship 2, 3, and 10?
Hold on a second. Crystal is trying to rewind my shit.
What's up?
Say it.
Okay, so I had an experience with a guy who I was talking to online, and we met up. Never once did he mention that he had erectile dysfunction.
Got to be more careful.
But the whole time we were talking, because we had talked for a minute.
Sure.
And we became friends first, because every relationship should have the foundation of friendship. Because if your partner or your friend cannot be your friend, then they're just a fuck, plain and simple. So that being said, we were friends, and the whole time he was talking about what he wanted to do to me and all this blah blah blah, knowing damn well that he couldn't do anything because his little tent.
But see, that's expendable. That's expendable. We're talking about.
But the thing is, if he would have been honest and told his sister, you know, like, I'm sorry, my noodles limp forever, then I would have had the opportunity to decide if
Crystal,
I'm cool with that or
he
not.
would not have even made another
Right? Have you lost your mind?
conversation.
You
You would
know,
have.
nobody tells their secrets on the first date or two. That would be just like I saw a woman who said, good looking woman, she was HIV positive, and she said it is not anybody's business. From people say I should tell people right out the gate, and she was like, I don't think I should. The house was divided. My thing is, if y'all are going to be serious or have sex or whatever, yeah, but date number 1 or 2, no, I guess it's a feeling out process. When should you divulge information? It's kind of it's up to your own, judgment. It's discretionary.
If
Well,
But
you know you're
Crystal,
gonna have
so
sex.
was it a hookup on the first, and then you was like, you know what I'm saying, you should have said something?
No, we had talked for online for a minute, talked
But
on
when
the
you guys
phone.
first came, or the first contact,
The first
face to
contact,
face.
yeah, it was anticipation, it was
Sure.
like maybe the second or third time that we met. First time dinner,
Okay.
second time we went to a movie, and the third time it was time to,
yeah,
still
no
that
doubt,
time.
no doubt.
And the whole time
Yeah.
he was talking shit, like telling me all the stuff he wants to do to me and all this stuff. And
Okay, well that's retarded high school shit. I mean, I get what you're
but
saying.
knowing that he couldn't, that's the thing. He had every opportunity
Right.
to come
Yeah.
clean. Every
Crystal
opportunity.
Crystal is really mad about that one because she probably really liked him.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question
Okay,
is,
so you
what would
couldn't
be
have
the
worked. You
solution?
couldn't have worked nothing out. You couldn't have worked nothing out. You know
No.
that this is the situation now. You really like them. You just couldn't see past
Because-
that.
Because trust had been broken.
That's bullshit.
I trusted him to
No.
be honest with me.
No, you trusted him to be able to drop. You trusted him to be able to rock it out, and he didn't hit no
That part.
bottom because you
No.
can't. Listen,
No. I trusted him to be honest with me. He had opportunity upon opportunity upon opportunity to be honest and say, by the way, there's things I want to do with you, but I might have some problems.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Did you tell him that you're not into toys or anything particular, or that you had done something? Did you tell him that you like he might have been into that, and you were like, I don't do that shit, or not toys, but like any kind of other play that he wasn't into?
No, I mean, there's not much I'm not into, so I'm pretty open.
But did you tell him that?
Yeah. We were talking about our favorite positions and
See,
stuff.
this is what I would do. I gotta say this to y'all because I can't go that far back. I would love to talk to some of y'all's exes because, and this is only because you want to know the true measure of how some shit went down. Ask the other party. I'm dead ass serious. I would love to talk to some of y'all's exes. I ain't got too many my damn self, but
we were talking the sex talk. When you talking pillow talk, you would expect someone to, at least if they know that they can't fulfill any of those fantasies.
Something, Crystal, this is the thing. You're talking about a man.
Yeah.
You're talking about a man coming to you and saying, "Look,"
and he don't know.
Right? How does he come out and say that unless you experience something with him, and then you're like, "Okay, babe, we need to. What's is this you got really excited, or is this an issue that we can work out, or you know what I'm saying? Because he might need coercing into that, like some help. You know what I'm saying? Like I would help if I really, really like the guy. Then we're gonna work some things out. Like, do we need to go to the doctor? What do we need to do? Because I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
now let me, as a guy,
I'm that.
For me, that's a personal problem. Because the thing is, he should have been honest with me.
You are so stink.
You know what?
I think we're talking sex talk, and he knew he couldn't do any of that.
You weren't
That's
honest
a big
about everything.
letdown. That's strike 3. He was out of there.
Listen, nobody is 100% honest on the first outing, the first month, the first whatever. You may try to be honest, but there are going to be things you're going to hold back because A, we don't want to be judged harshly, and B, nobody wants to lose before they get a chance to play. So that's everybody. His happened to be
he played and got his feelings hurt though.
It's his fault that he lost. He lost for not being straightforward.
So let me ask y'all this: is there any condition? I can't ask you because you self-professed already. You ain't shit. But is there any condition under which you think it's okay if if you step out, or if the other person steps out? Is there any condition that you justify it?
If they step out.
If one of y'all cheats,
Oh,
which
when I cheat, it's usually revenge cheat because then I discover they cheated, and so then I just cheat back. That's how it was with my kid's
No, I
dad.
can't.
You know,
You
I
know
do
what?
a
This is the
revenge
thing.
thing.
I'm not a cheater, and I don't know. I could really say that there might have been a, a position or two that I may have been in, or one or two relationships I may have been in that I may have been cheated on, but I'm not a cheater. So to me, if you cheat and I find out, then it's fucking over, because at the end of the day, you're risking. And if you did cheat, oh god, it's too much with cheating. I think because of the situation with my dad and how he passed and took on a few people with him. You know what I'm
right,
saying? I'm scarred for
right.
those
See, that's
reasons.
different. That's different. You're scarred, but you have a legit reason why you think like that, and
Yeah.
and I understand that. So. And it makes sense. CB is about revenge. Yours is like, nope, I saw too much damage and I saw the aftermath.
Right.
And I understand both vantage points. So let's just say, for instance, you got people that they do want to be with each other, married or not, love each other. They're going to be in
Mhm.
there for the long haul. But again, one of them. See, you guys talk about, well, if his tongue and his fingers work, I respect that, because listen, some people got some cold ass tongue and finger game, like I said. But don't
What?
don't go look
What?
on the bathroom walls, because I don't need nobody calling me after 10 o'clock. But what
True.
I'm saying is,
True.
if you haven't, so let's take guys, because it's different for us.
Hmm.
So you said that, okay, that answers that question. Um, but for us, here's why, believe it or not, marriage is a shitty contract for men, and I'll say that to anybody that asks. And I tell everybody, I would advise my son, who happens to be here now, he's upstairs. I would tell my son, don't get married, but I would tell my daughters, get married. You want to know why I'm a hypocrite? Because I got to protect my girls. And it's a legal and binding contract. It's a shit
Hmm.
deal for a guy, but it's a
Hmm.
great deal for a woman. So if my daughter's like, Dad, I'm gonna marry this guy. What's his 401k? What's his investment? Go get it. My son, I'd be like, nigga, if you don't get that shit in the trust, here's the deal. If you really love somebody, you can have a ceremony. You can change your last name. You can do all that shit legally. She can be your beneficiary. She can be all that, but do not involve the government. I didn't learn that until later in life.
Hmm.
I don't need anybody in my business. I'm a grown ass man. I make my choices. But here's the crazy thing. The first thing women do when they're mad at you, withhold sex. The first thing they do, they take that away. They take away loss. It's called alienation of affection.
Yeah.
So the law tells you that you, who did not give me birth, can determine when and how often and where and all that I get sex. But
Yeah. That's the 4B movement. 4B
I'm gonna be,
movement.
hey, fuck you and the boat you rode in on. Um,
4B.
hey,
Shout out to
call
the
me, call
4B.
me, call me at Marisol's house.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, because one woman won't, another woman will,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
that
and
is the gospel
everybody, and
truth.
I think everybody feels like that, and I think it's not. But here's the thing: revenge is not even the thing. Like for me, you're right. A lot of people do things like that out of revenge. They're mad. You got me, I got you. Here's the thing: if I ever have a thought like that, it's going to be organic. It's going to be something I want to do. It's not going to be to elicit any response out of another person, because now you're doing everything for the wrong reason. It has to be
Hmm.
for what is inside of you. Because if you go, oh, she got me, I'm gonna get her. Now you go do it and you're done and you're empty. What's the point? There is no point. But if
Right.
there is
I
something
had
there,
fun. Didn't bother
but
me.
but but still, what's the point? What was the end result? You see what I'm saying? The end result was,
Fun.
did that person come back? Did they get better? Did your life improve after? No, I'm just saying. And I would say that for any man or woman. I'm just
Hmm.
saying that's
No,
why
just have
I
fun.
don't believe in just revenge sex. Is stupid to me. Fucking do it, because I'd rather you come to me and go, I just really wanted to do that, dog. Okay, cool. I respect that. Have a good life, but it wouldn't be just out of revenge, because men and women handle that differently. And I know this is where we get crucified, because I go, oh, you guys just can't handle this and can't handle that. It's really not what you think. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Right.
The
Hmm.
re the way you guys feel about it and the way we feel about it is totally different. I
Right.
guess the quote unquote betrayal. Like Mimi said, her whole thing is okay. I witnessed firsthand the wreck that it made my father, his end, his demise, and the people that he took with him. CB is like, look, you know what? I'm good over here, but I'm not going to do without. Both respectable reasons. The
Mhm.
thing about men and women is, men and women, we do it for different reasons most of the time. And I say most of the time. And I preface it by that because there are women that can think like a man and act like a man. That's not really a good quality, but you can allow yourself to go out there and operate like that for a while. But that's usually because of damage. It's the truth. You have to be a
Mhm.
little bit damaged to go think like us. You don't fucking want to know what's going on up in here. You would
So,
absolutely blow your
I,
brains out if you
yeah.
knew what happened up in here. You don't.
We're all
But
damaged.
Right.
Everybody's a work in progress.
when you get
There's
yourself
no
to that point,
perfect relationship. There's
no,
no perfect person.
no.
We're all works in progress.
I
We've
don't
been
think there's
married.
nothing. I don't think there's nothing called work in progress. I just think it is what it is, and that's just the bottom line.
Okay, so my thing is, if you go through like that, what we all have to make decisions on. Okay, what are you okay dealing with? I guess forever,
Mhm.
because you have to say, okay, I stand on my principle, and if that means I gotta rock solo dolo, then I will. Or if that means, you know what, I would. So, for instance, would you deal with that from the right person? Like I just spoke about earlier, there are people that are super powerful, super influential, very protective, provider. They do the whole nine,
Right.
everything you name it, they do it. Your kids become their kids, which ain't easy to do. Women tend to misthink that taking on another motherfucking man's kid is something. Oh, you should just do that. You guys' hearts are made like that. Look at the animal
Hmm.
kingdom. And what do other animals, what do males do to any other animal? They kill that motherfucker.
Shit, they kill him. That's right.
That's right. We are one of the only species that is willing to go in, adopt, love, and protect with our life. And
Well,
so,
it's
Hmm.
kind of like that one video we saw of that father who just bought his own kid McDonald's but didn't buy anything for
well, I
the
thought that was
other
funny
mother's
because
kid.
you shouldn't have babies with whores, but people do. And she was trash, and he was an idiot for fucking her at all, but hitting her raw. So it happens. It happens. Trust me, it
Yeah.
happens. But the funny part about that, they should have handled it differently. But uh, yeah, that's a very, very good point. I'm sure he was nice to her kids, but I also know that when you go, well, my other three kids, three daddies, or blah blah blah, it often tends to be, I'm going to put all the responsibility on you because you're the responsible one, and now I'm mad at them. That's not fair either. So my question again is, do
Hmm.
you think that letting a man have a mistress or four, if he's doing everything else and honoring you, is too much to ask versus being with a dude who's 100% loyal to you, but your life is in shambles because he ain't living up to the other 98% of what he needs to do to be that person for you.
Well, he wouldn't be with me.
Exactly.
So again, so you're saying,
If you say 98%, that's a hell of a percentage.
you
Yeah, it
You know
damn
what I'm
is.
right,
saying?
but two cheating
Too
is two
big of
percent.
a person.
They
Too big
look,
of a
they
percentage.
literally say, sex is, some people say 10, some people say 2, some people say whatever percent of your whole life, your relationship, sex is that small portion of it. And people leave, break up, go whatever because of that small percentage. Think about it. If you think about how much time you spend doing that versus everything else in a 24-hour day, and do you realize that the average couple that's been together for more than 5 years or married or whatever, their average is low. It's hella low. It's
Yes, of course it is.
okay. So
Of
that's
course
two
it is.
percent. So what I'm telling you is, if that guy, he breaks his vow on that 2%, but the other 98% he's 100 rock solid. You're telling me you're willing to give up that 98% for that 2%?
No, no, I'm not.
Mm-mm.
Maybe I wasn't understanding what you were saying, but yeah, I
That's
Yeah,
wouldn't give.
all I'm
I
saying.
wouldn't give
Yeah,
it up. Yeah,
that's
I
all I'm
wouldn't give it
saying.
up.
I wouldn't even.
Realistically speaking, because look,
Hmm.
my thing is this. Okay, if I come home
I'd go
tomorrow,
find it out elsewhere. I'd go get me a little friend with benefits. But yeah, I
but you
would.
know what? And this is what, again, we had 3 weeks to get up on this show, so I've been fucking studying. I've been reading. Uh, I'm just, because I know y'all like to mess with us. Because again, I'm gonna just give it to you, like I'm gonna give it to you raw. Like I said, it's cool. Don't worry about it. I took a bath. But the thing is, 70% of women, they say, have a backup already ready. So, and here's the thing, guys, if y'all listening, you know the next motherfucker your woman's gonna fuck if y'all break up. You shook the motherfucker's hand, you've met him, she's mentioned him a couple of times, and then she stopped talking about him. Y'all ain't shit, you ain't slick. That's the difference. You know who it is. And it's usually the least suspected person. And they also say, right now, to this day, 40% of children they find out are not the father when they do a paternity test because somebody needs an organ or whatever. So when we talk about, oh man, this man, the shit, how many of y'all got uncles and shit and that ain't by granddaddy because he went to war and grandmama decided she was bored or she was lonely or whatever? You know good and damn well everybody in the family dark skinned, one light motherfucker over here. You know good and damn well. But granddaddy came and raised him like his own. So
Right.
see, I tell people all the time when people get super staunch about what they will and won't deal with, this is what I mean by from a standard standpoint. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
Oh my
I'm
God.
just actually saying, okay, look, this is what people think and believe because again, men and women, we do it for the reasons we do it. It sometimes ain't even about the physical part because you guys are emotional. If a man,
Right.
I tell you all the time, if we get in your head, your heart is coming next and your ass belongs to me. And we know that. We, on the other hand, we see that ass wagging or we see some cleave and then we like, yeah, I'm going to risk it. And then all of a sudden you look up one day and you go, fuck, I think I love this idiot. Now you're like, fuck, I got to sacrifice. That's how we think. We're
Right.
instantly thinking about what we'd be willing to do for you. It's a big difference because I guarantee you most, again, high 90%, most women ain't about to go to jail or die or do anything sinister for their man. There's some of y'all out there that will. Don't nobody come for me because I know some of y'all will. Y'all are the true ride or dies. But when a woman says I'm a ride or die, most of the time you ain't. I done had people tell me when I was younger, look me in the eye, baby, I love you, but I can't go to jail. I'm too cute to go to jail. I put money on your books. Thanks for not being shit, bitch. I need you to hand it to the other one who's coming in with the bag with the shit for me to sell because she's the ride or die.
Oh, God.
That's how we think, though. We love very, very realistically, not idealistically, not fairy tale, none of that shit. So if we going out there to get some strange or some side because you had a headache, you had cramps, or whatever the case may be, that's all it was. I went there, I got my release, and I'm still bringing my check to you. When y'all do it, it's usually because you've emotionally already left. It usually takes
I
more.
have to be totally physically already left. I can't be emotionally because that means that's cheating and I don't cheat. So I would have to be all the way gone.
Which
If
is
it's over,
cool.
it's over. Like
One thing with me, when I'm done, and I can walk away and not look back. I mean, it's a gift.
no,
think,
but you would cheat.
Well,
like you said.
yeah, if I want to continue the relationship, yeah, I'll
right.
cheat.
No,
Because he cheated on me.
but that
So
should
it's
be
kind of tit for tat. I'm a petty bitch. What can I say? But
but you know what?
Honesty.
I'm be honest with you. That's the worst reason to do it. Do it because you want to fucking do it. I would respect you more if you said, "Look, I just wanted to do it. I did it." But if you like, well, you did it, I did it. That I mean, because here's the deal.
No, I'm gonna do it again.
yeah, but it's still a want to, because if I didn't want to, I wouldn't do it at all.
No, I can agree with that. But here's the thing: everybody didn't had a work husband or a work wife. Everybody didn't had that one person that used to
You
flirt
know what?
with.
I can't stand that. I need to say this. I can't stand when people say that shit. That's my work husband. That's my work wife. All this bullshit.
You know what's coming, don't you? You know what's coming.
Y'all fucking somehow.
Or you will be.
Or you will be.
It's
But
a
you have
setup.
But you also have to look at the fact that you got to look at the fact
for a layup.
It's a setup. Listen, I know some grimy ass people, men and women. I know some grimy people. I don't know. I think it's, of course, it's more difficult when you have a few more connections bonding you, i.e., a contract. But here's the thing, dudes, we not the ones that leave. We don't normally leave. Very rarely does. If a man leaves you, you fucked up. We don't leave.
Yes, of course.
We don't leave because for one, if you really give a shit about your kids and you want to break generational curses, you will endure. We put up with a lot of shit. I know everybody loves to rally to the woman's cause because that's how this fucking country is. But in all honesty, we put up with a lot of shit. Whether it's no, you can't physically usually do anything to us or whatever. And if your tongue is sharp and you say this and say that, you get a lot of grace. And then the country pays you for getting us out of the house. So you are incentivized to break up, leave us, do whatever. And unfortunately, we have fallen for the trap. That shit is dumb. Every one of our grandparents, I guarantee you, probably had one or two families. But if granddaddy didn't leave and grandma didn't leave, mom and daddy were together, and you saw certain things. I don't know what it's like to have. I know what it's like to have a man in my house for 4 years. My grandfather was dead when I was born. My father and mother got divorced. I had a stepfather for 4 years. Then he and my mother divorced. I had to learn fucking everything on my own.
Right.
And so when you start to figure things out by mistake or not, I had coaches and different people. I didn't have. My uncles didn't live there. The good influences I had didn't live in KC at the time. So I had to, I had to learn some shit. And here's what I'm gonna say: love my sisters. But the problem with us in the Black community is we tend to idolize our mothers and grandmothers, and they don't know shit about raising men, and you do it wrong. And so then we have to unlearn shit. So then I made a bunch of mistakes early, and then I had to fix them. That shit ain't easy.
Right.
And so the simple fact, but had my grandfather been around, he was a wild boy. But it's just. Hold on for a second. We got commentary. Realistically, though, CB, later you will feel bad because you guys made up, or are you the type who never forgives? So she's talking about, I guess, if you cheat because he cheats, and then you guys make up. Later on down the line, will you make up? Will you feel bad because you guys made up and things are going well, or are you the type that's just like, fuck it, it happened and don't forgive? Interesting question.
Well, one thing about me, like if I'm in a relationship, truth and honesty is something that is very important because that's part of communication. So if I already know he's cheated and I confront him about it, and then I tell him, and because you did that, I did this, it's kind of a cleansing. And if we decide to ride it out or forgive and never forget, it would have to be a mutual thing. It can't be where just one person forgives and then it just weighs heavy on the other person forever. I can't do that. But usually in those situations, the relationship is just about over anyway. So at that point, I'm checked out, don't care. Bye, see you, deuces, and it's been fun. See ya.
I got a curveball. I got a curveball for y'all. I told you I've been doing my homework. I don't fuck around. So, of course, doing my scouring and things like this, I have come across a general sentiment. So the general sentiment is this, and just hear me out. The reason that it's a little more acceptable, if you will, and look, everybody has their rules and deal breakers. If you go into it with somebody like Mimi goes, listen, I'm absolute about this. No. CB is like, if you do it, I do it. Yo, whatever works for y'all works. I'm cool with both because it's you guys' truth. But for the most part, the world tends to feel like, you know what? The reason it's okay for a man to do it and not for a woman to do it, and I'm just going to speak in general for men. Here's why. Because one, most of the time, it doesn't have to mean anything for us to do it. Usually for you guys, it does. Usually. It doesn't, but I know that there are women out there that have had their trauma and damage, and they can kind of shut it off and think again. If you can think like a man and be like that, it's because of damage. It just is 100%. But that's okay. But the reason it's okay, I guess, for us and not for y'all is because of two things. One, never in the history of man has it been because a woman. Our sacrifice to you guys is everything. The ultimate sacrifice is our life. And when you're in a long-term relationship with somebody, married, whatever, it is an understood thing. Guess what? When you guys go out, whether you know a dude or not, date 1, date 100, do you expect him to protect you if something happens?
Yes.
At least, okay. 100%. If you don't, you a lie and you a sucker. You do and you should.
Right.
Now, with that being said,
I trust him to open the door for me, the car door, the restaurant doors, all that. I expect him to be a gentleman, period.
Exactly. So with that being said, Sir, with freedoms come responsibility. The responsibility of having the freedom and access to you is I'm willing to do up to and including give my life. Never has either one of y'all said, you know what, this dude is cool. If something pops off, I'm gonna stand in the full of that train, in front of that bullet, in front of you. You haven't because you don't fucking have to. So that kind of gives us.
Because nobody wants to be with a bitch ass. If that's the case, I can date myself.
Exactly.
Like Miley Cyrus said, I can bring myself flowers.
Which
write my name in the sand, talk to myself for hours, say things
and she's
don't
batshit
understand.
crazy. And listen,
I can take myself dancing.
And you would get on your own nerves.
I can hold my own hand. I can love myself better than they can. There you go.
And I guarantee you she's gonna be like Vivica Fox if she keeps that up. When Vivica's 60 crying about needing a motherfucking man, Vivica, Lisa Ray, all these fine ass women, they're pitiful because
Vivica wants 50.
Huh?
I don't know what 50 did to her, but she wants 50.
She ain't never getting 50 back, not ever. Not even if she double up and try to get 100.
But you get what I'm saying. I'm not. It's not about being fair because it ain't fair. And it's not.
And I love Vivica Fox, but that's not it.
I do too. But
50 ain't it. She got to get over 50, honey, because 50 is done.
No, 50 like set it off, Vivica. This is motherfucking.
Yes.
This is jumped off the cliff, Vivica. This Vivica grandma. She looks horrific, and it makes me so mad.
What is? Oh, I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what happened.
Plastic surgery.
That's what happened, huh? I have not followed her a whole lot.
No, but if you look at her, see her interview, I feel bad for her. I feel bad for all of her, Lil' Kim, all these little cuties, but they couldn't love themselves enough because of different things, and they kept on trying to change, and it never. I used to love Venus. Serena was my girl. I hate the shit out of her now. She reminds me of Sammy Sosa. She bleached her skin. She looks like shit. I can't stand it. I hate it. I hate it. They shouldn't even let her back in Compton right now with her fucking beige orange ass. It makes me so mad. But I get it. You have to try to. Well, you guys are born with your value. Your youth, your beauty, your fertility, that's your value. It ain't nothing else. And so that's why we protect that. Now, if another man can come in and take what's valuable, then you can't be valuable to me anymore. That's why we're upset when y'all cheat. It ain't because, he couldn't handle I was with another man. Fuck that. We are built to conquer. We are built to divide and conquer. And if somebody else can conquer you, you're not mine. That means I have no ownership, no possession. You no longer have access to my protection. That's what that means.
Well, it's like when dogs protect their territory. If another dog pisses in their territory, they won't piss in the same place again.
Yeah. So you're right. So if another dog pisses in my territory,
bye.
Even with a condom, and I find out, and here's the thing, you know what? You are entitled to do what you do, but so this is my rule, and I made this up, and I think it's funny. If you decide you want to be with somebody else or somebody's else and all that, I am now no longer 100% responsible for your security. He got Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, or whatever. I'm not the dude no more because you have given the most valuable thing that you have to somebody else, which means it's no longer valuable to me. Have you ever wanted to get into somebody's car or house that was shitty and torn up versus your own? No. Do you want somebody getting in your shit and tearing it up? No.
Right.
You drive your car or you live in your house. Can't nobody come in there and just do what they want. We feel the same way about our woman. It's a possession thing. It's not an insecurity thing, even though y'all like to use that. It's none of that shit.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying, and I respect it.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. So I mean, it kind of goes both ways. But I mean, So when people say that whole "what's good for the goose is good for the gander" shit, please, baby, don't be that goose because that's gonna hit your ass up at home watching soap with your goddamn bonnet on, looking stupid, talking about he ain't shit, but he's taking somebody else out.
Yeah,
but it's true. In the end, here's the thing: it's all about choices. Just don't be hurt.
There's Agnes. What's up, Agnes? Happy Thanksgiving, Agnes. She looks like she could cook.
Well, shit. I hope it's cooking in the bed and out. Don't wear that muffler. The key to knowing that we not fucking tonight is if you wear the bonnet. If you wear the bonnet, I know what it is. I'm gonna go sleep in the living room.
Oh Lord. Oh my
Hey,
God, that's
she
terrible.
come in in a fucking snowsuit, a Kevlar vest, some goddamn UGG boots. Nah, we ain't fucking. Okay, I get it. I get it. You tired. You don't. You don't.
You got a headache. That says everything. That says everything. She covered everything. Don't want to be bothered tonight. Okay.
That's all. That's, oh, shit. That's funny. That's funny.
What
But
a way to end the show. Such a
yeah,
great show tonight, guys.
that's cool. It's cool. It's
It's
definitely
been
definitely.
real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. But sadly,
We gotta
our
rock. We gotta
time
rock,
has
folks.
come.
Yeah. So
So let's quickly
I
say our goodbyes, and I will bring up the rear.
do your thing. Do your
Okay. So one love. God bless. See you guys next week. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. Happy Turkey Day. I'm about to go make my big chicken tomorrow. And y'all do y'all do. Everybody be safe. Don't burn the house down. I won't. Take care of yourself. I'm gonna holler.
You've been listening to CB and the Boys. We come to you every Wednesday as your midweek motivator, offering you music, motivation, conversation, laughter, and a whole lot of fun. Hopefully you got that tonight and then some. We want to thank our special guest, Mr. Celebrity Boxer
Samuel
Super
Eakins.
Yeah. Samuel
AKA
Eakins.
Counterpunch. Lord of
Yes,
mercy.
yes. Thank you. And everyone support him, follow him. His handles are Sam Eakins, so definitely check him out. Don't forget to like us and subscribe and share the live, share the love. Also, don't forget to go to our website, cbandtheboys.org. Like us, subscribe, drop us a line, call us. You never know. One of us might pick up. So with that, I say happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for joining us tonight. And we will see you next week. Same time, same channel.
And
Well, you'll hear Roger stir up the pot.
Let's not forget our beautiful people. Jay, Trey, Cage, 402, the whole gang.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yes,
Please.
it was great having everyone back in the chat. So thanks everybody for coming back. And we are back better and bolder, and we're gonna bring you more. So we'll see you next week. Thank you so much, and we'll see you. We have left the building.
All right. Be cool. We out. We out.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I ain't got the.